please.
Oh, yeah, and I can't retweet the link. Yeah, so we're live. Chatterbox number 38. It's a really long title making fun of a lot of YouTubers. Yay! We're in the Bronx now.
Per our usual.
Yeah, per our usual.
Who are we gonna make fun?
Tags this time. This video has tags.
Oh man, upgraded.
Yeah. Tag Zeph and Orion, dude, and then we'll make sure we get somehow involved in drama with him, dude.
Zeph and Orion, I don't think that's likely. How
Yeah.
I hope that doesn't happen. I don't think Alright, so I'm doing a little bit of shout here.
So,
But,
because
I
we
wanna
are
make
so
sure we get the chat
professional.
stuff. Well, I want to make sure we get the chat stuff. I can't really get to the chat until for some reason
So,
the stream has started.
and so since we started the stream, is Chatterbox 36. I'm Engelharth. Sitting next to me is Skills McStabby Pants, and we have on the other side on his computer, Detroit.
Hello.
Oh,
Hello,
yeah.
Internet Man.
Introductions. Yes. Terrible when I'm doing them in person. Wonderful when I'm doing them on the computer.
So William in the chat asked, so drama tonight. More like mocking drama a little bit, man. We're not really going to get too like aggressively into anybody's. Like, we're not calling people names and shit. We just think it's kind of funny. At least I do, and I'm hoping that my esteemed partners will. But we can just say that 99.9% of this is Stabby's opinions, and Engelharth and Detroit just think I'm an idiot. That works.
In other words, brace yourselves.
Let's do it.
Clinch those butt cheeks tight.
So I don't know if you remember talking about social autopsy, but we actually did one of our hangouts around April of 2016. Social autopsy was an attempt to start a site that would reveal people online who were bullying or harassing people. That was the intention of the site. In reality, what it would have turned into, as we all know, because we're not, we have that experience, is it would have turned into just a doxing site, how to dox people and shit. The young woman who was behind it, Candace Owens, started the site based on her life experience. At one point, she actually had a hate crime against her, though she doesn't view it as like this terrible, awful thing. Essentially what it was a bunch of kids in her high school left her a whole series of incredibly racist and abusive voice messages on her phone when she was like 17 in high school. But because she's a young black woman, it got into the press and everybody got involved because they were white kids and there were some racial slurs. So it turned into a bigger thing than it was. And she's like, it wasn't traumatic to me, but it made me think, and this is all stuff I'm paraphrasing from interviews she's done. I'm not just making shit up here.
It's not verbatim.
Yeah, it's not verbatim, but I'm not also pulling this out of my ass and, pretending I know what she thinks. Granted, I might do that for other people, but so she thought about like all the people online that get harassed and bullied and shit like that. And that does happen in schools, and it can actually lead to some pretty negative effects. Mm. So she thought, hey, when she's in college and she's got her journalist degree, hey, why don't I create a website that will reveal who's doing it so that they can actually face the consequences and that this can stop for the people who are being harassed. She's since admitted that she was really naive because reality, we all know that's a terrible plan. But there you go. And so she had the whole Kickstarter going up. She started making the website. She had what she thought was a splash page up. It was really a prototype page for testing and stuff because they were in the process of putting it together. She's clearly not the web designer. Somebody else, I'm assuming somebody else is. It's all done through GoDaddy. So clearly everybody's not the highest level of professional when it comes to that. But she made no move to hide this. And it turns out, actually, the people who went after her the strongest were the people on the left wing. Notably Zoe Quinn and a bunch of other people. And they got it kicked off of Kickstarter, and the whole thing died. And we actually discussed this. I think Glasswell probably brought it to the table.
I wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah. But then she had a change of heart over the last 6 or so months. Came out on YouTube as super conservative, which you can understand. Like somebody who basically thought, "Oh, these are all my friends, and I'm helping them." And then they turn around and I'm getting like threats and they're writing hit pieces about me in the fucking like newspapers and shit. You can understand why they might have a change of heart at that point. But oh, we have 3 viewers. I'm gonna assume that's Dave Twa, William, and myself. Anybody else, feel free to put your name in the chat. If you feel we're full of shit, or if you just think I'm full of shit and you want a link, let me know. I'll tweet it to you.
Which Stabby usually is.
Yay! So anyway, she started her YouTube channel, Red Pilled Black. She's made videos for a few months. She has super high production value from the get-go. Really high production value, and she's really good at just writing engaging skits. I'm not a huge fan. It's not really my thing. I've watched a couple of videos. They're all right. Again, not my thing. But she's gotten, like, I think, close to, yeah, no, William, I'm sure I'm full of shit, no doubt. That's not how you spell doubt. D-O-U-B-T.
That's closer to no donut than no doubt.
No doubt.
I can't help myself from doing the grammar Nazi shit. I don't know why it's so satisfying. And I fucking do that shit myself.
It's like that gut check jab.
It's like,
you misspelled this.
it's the most dick move you can ever do and pretend you're helping.
Yeah. It's like, I'm helping you feel like a dumbass.
Yeah.
You too.
Would have been better going off with autocorrect on that one, I would imagine. Because that is not a word.
The unforgiving autocorrect. It's always the last word in the sentence because that's the one you don't hit space afterwards, so it doesn't tell you what's wrong.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And so I always spell the last word wrong in any of like my sentences.
I always hit space.
Yeah.
I always hit space to let spell correct check that last word before I put in any punctuation.
Yeah.
And then I still get it wrong, and I have to edit like half my YouTube comments. But anyway, where was I? Red Pill Black comes out and does his channel. She's getting really, really big really fast, so she gets noticed by a lot of people. And she goes out and does a bunch of interviews with other even larger YouTube channels and other even like news organizations. She's talked about this website, Social Autopsy, in almost every single one of them. She's made like no secret of what it used to be and what she used to be. You know, she didn't want to hide it. She didn't want people to think, oh, you know, she's making... So her thinking, according to her, was if I delete and take down the site entirely, they'll think I'm trying to hide it, and they'll get all this flag for people thinking I'm trying to hide it. So I'll leave it up because I'm being honest about what I've done. I've talked about it in all these interviews. It's not a secret.
Mm-hmm.
And she thought it was a splash page, according to her. And according to all the facts I've been able to find so far, it's no more than a prototype page. And then it's not functional. It's just set up for testing. But all these YouTubers who suddenly discovered it a year and a half after the website existed, they've discovered it, and they've discovered that she was the one behind it, and just went on a fucking burn the witch tour of how she's totally untrustworthy. She's a fake conservative, although a few of them have retracted talking about that now, which I don't understand why you would think she's a fake conservative. Like, what would be the point in spending 6 months pretending to be a conservative to fund a dead website? Like, I don't know where they're like, and she's had a year and a half to build it, and it still doesn't work all the way. So I don't know where they think any of that money went that she supposedly pretended to be a conservative to get the funding to do it. It doesn't really make sense.
So Witch Hunt 2017, buy your tickets now.
It's like, and it's basically just saying that she's, you know, full of shit and she's a liar and she's trying to fucking dox everybody. And it's like, yo, working a regular 9-to-5 minimum wage job and putting $100 into it every other week or every month, maybe, probably you'd finish that fucking website by now. It's just a database. Essentially, it would be a database where people enter in what they know about people, their profiles and stuff. And you would then go and search based on, you know, a profile or somebody that's harassing you, and it might pop up who it is.
So it's like a rate my professor for bullies.
Essentially, it's a way to find out like who's behind that supposedly anonymous screening.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I think it's a terrible idea. Just because of the kind of stuff that happens, you know, people decide that not agreeing with them is harassment, or I mean, just, you know, it's nonsense, and people lose their jobs. So obviously, you know, the website itself is an awful fucking idea. but I can understand the motivation behind it, and that's pretty pure.
Like, the heart's in the right place.
Yeah, and she said, like, hey, I was naive. I didn't know I was young. She's only like, oh, God, I don't know, Dave, you might correct me. I think she's like 26 or 27 right now.
Yeah, somewhere around there. Yeah, I'm not positive. Although I heard, and I haven't checked this because I've only caught little snippets here and there, but are you saying that the website that was still up had absolutely no functionality and you couldn't put anything into it? Because I heard that.
So a lot of people have claimed, because you can go to the entry form on the website, type in data, and hit enter, that it disappears, and you get an email that means it's fully functional and it goes to a database, but that's not actually accurate.
Oh, okay.
There's no
okay.
that doesn't mean any of the data was saved. It doesn't mean it was connected to a database. There's no actual evidence that it's connected to a database. You see this number thrown around, and the number changes every fucking time, so you know it's awesome. Definitely honest. That there's 20,000 things in their database, there's 25,000 in their database, there's 22,000 in their database. I've heard all these different numbers thrown around. I believe what they're talking about is the number of times the website has been looked at, essentially.
Oh, how many hits for the website?
Yeah. Well, they're looking at the number of connections it's had with the internet, which only means it's been looked at necessarily. It doesn't mean anything was transferred, uploaded, downloaded, stored in any kind of database. There was a point at which they figured out you could look at 100 pictures and 100 names that were all publicly available information, but no actual connection to anything else. And from what I've seen from people who are actual like web designers and programmers who've done this for their living for the past 10 years plus, is that was likely seeding in order to test the functionality of the database connection that could have eventually been established. Sort of like
so like fake query.
If we query this name, does the correct picture that's supposed to be associated come up with it? Further proof of that would be the fact that her own name and face is in there. So it's likely people they maybe knew, or that they just, memorized the names and the faces and had one set. So they tested the query function. But when they actually did the search function, it didn't work. Which means it's probably just a test function, and somebody found a backdoor through like a weird Google search thing into an area of the website that's really not supposed to be available to the public anyway. But it's probably stuff they were just testing. Now, I could be wrong, and it could be fully functional, but it's completely gone now either way. But so far, the only thing they found was just stuff that's publicly available. Like, you could just scan Facebook and find 100 people and put their names and the pictures on your website. That's not doxing. It's not like it doesn't be like, and this person is, kill all Jews on fucking Stormfront, and here's all their posts where they talk about killing the Jews.
Right. So yeah, it's just shit they kind of fed in there to test it, essentially, is what you're saying.
Yeah, essentially, it's what it's called. It's called seeding. Okay. So you put a small amount of data, and it's only available. It's not in any kind of database. It's actually all stored online in the website's framework. And you basically are just testing functionality before you actually start building the bones of the website, essentially. It could mean that there's a database, but if there's a database, it's the smallest one on the planet because it's got 106 names and pictures and no other information.
Yeah.
But ultimately, everything looks like, and I always believe, to a certain extent, I believe you should give people the benefit of the doubt. And also, like, you have to have at least a little bit of charity when you're looking at, are you going to accuse somebody of something, are you going to just decide they're evil? Or are you going to say, like, hey, let's see what they have to say in their own defense?
You spend the most time on the internet. Figure out how that works usually.
It doesn't actually work.
No. We're going to take a step back and discuss this. And the whole world freezes. And the internet breaks. That's not how it typically works.
So for the people who are in the title, I'm making fun of them because they were the ones that came out with the most spurious hit pieces that didn't really contain a lot of facts. It just contained a lot of like, well, she calls herself a conservative, kind of bullshit. a lot of basically just running off of opinion, sort of going in this circle jerks, calling each other's fucking phones and putting them online.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious why they wouldn't try to contact her. Like, did any of them try to contact her to talk to her?
So they did try to contact her, but after all of the hit pieces, and literally on some black guy's channel, they spent a 4-hour fucking stream just talking shit about her. For some reason, she doesn't want to talk to him.
Oh, they tried to do it after they did all this shit? I'm talking about before.
After they did all this shit, they're like, you owe us an explanation. And all of this stuff kind of came off like sort of like they're the arbiters and the gatekeepers of morality and what is and isn't conservative and what is and isn't a skeptic. And it was just sort of like, it really reminded me a lot of the social justice warriors. Where like everybody had
it's been going that way for a while.
Oh, it was just creepy.
It's been going that way for a while. Those guys, especially the bigger ones like that. I'm disappointed that they didn't try to. See, I saw a video by Dave Cullen where Dave Cullen was trying to get in contact with her, and it seemed like she fucking blew him off. And I've also heard shit that if you post anything on the Patreon with any questions, even if they're not for harassing questions, they're just questioning, that they're getting deleted.
Yeah, so
if that shit's really going on, that's fucked up on her part too.
Dude. Getting to how she's responding in a really poor way, and it's really unfortunate. I kind of sent her back into kind of like the social justice warrior mode because she's being like, we just got to stop, attacking our own like this. We got to, double down and stuff like that. And so definitely her response has been not great. I do understand not wanting to talk to these people. And as we watched Barbara for U2C, and it's literally like AU to the number 2 and then C, the letter C, Barbara for U2C. She actually got in contact with her, and apparently she'd gotten some advice from a lot of some larger YouTubers who were saying, you know what, don't respond, just ignore this, let it go, let it pass over. You do a video later, just don't go on a stream with any of these people, kind of thing. Which I don't know if that's necessarily advice or not.
Honestly, it comes down to it because with a lot of these people.
Go ahead.
Well, it's probably sorry, Dave, to cut you off there. But with a lot of these people, it's like it's not there to discuss. Like hell, any of those people, especially probably in the title with the way it sounds, they're not there to discuss with her anything or have her explain anything. They're there. It's going to be an entire shit show that she's just going to get chewed out for God knows how long she wants to sit on it. It's like, and it's
we've definitely seen
where some guys get to enjoy themselves for 20 minutes.
Yeah,
so it's like hell, you'd walk into that kind of fire.
It would not have been a good idea for her to go on that stream. Even before the hit pieces. But especially after there's already fucking videos out, fucking tearing into her. Like there are definitely valid criticisms, but they really jumped the gun on this shit. They didn't really fully investigate it, and they didn't contact her to ask her about it. Until after they fucking did the hit pieces. So,
and one of the things I want to address is she did say that this must be like a paid coordinated attack.
Oh yeah, that's
that was kind of stupid. But I can understand she's already been the victim of that before. Why she might think that was the case again, considering that it's essentially the same kind of thing, even though obviously it's not a paid coordinated.
Yeah. Well, the paid part's probably not accurate, but the coordinated part seems kind of, not altogether inaccurate.
Oh, yeah. Well, this is definitely something that was started by Tree of Logic, which I don't know if either of you know Tree of Logic. But so Red Pill Black is a black female conservative whose channel blew up. Tree of Logic is a black female conservative, but it's a very small channel that just never really got that big. And it kind of feels like maybe she let the jealousy get to her and decided to kind of just throw this shit on the fire and let it burn.
Yeah, it would not. That wouldn't surprise me. Sour grapes, dude. It could very well be.
Yeah. And I don't want to shit on her too much because you know what? Everybody fucks up. Everybody fucks up. Everybody gets jealous. Everybody does stupid shit. I just wish that these people would recognize it by actually thinking about this kind of stuff, using some real logic, looking at the real facts, and not all the stuff they've kind of like made up in their whole like weird circular set of videos that they keep building off of each other's videos. But I don't think any of them are actually doing the research.
Yeah. It's very social science type validation.
Yeah, very much.
Where if you don't really need any actual data or any actual evidence, research, or any of that, you just need other people to agree with you, and that confirms your theory.
I'm not going to name the guy's name because I was going in a little bit of a tour. But I was telling him, like, there's no evidence that there's a database. And he's like, no, there absolutely is evidence that you collect data. So he sent me a screenshot of the fucking form on the website for entering data. Like, that means anything. Like, that doesn't even mean anything.
It means there's a form that was created.
It just means there's a page that looks like a form. It doesn't even mean that the data from that form goes anywhere. It's just a picture.
Right. Yeah, that's what I would like to see. Some evidence that, like, whatever Jeff Holiday entered in is actually showing in the database after he sent it.
Well, if it was, backdoor sort of Google search that Suit Yourself did would have turned up more than just Candace's name and her picture. Because he entered more information than that. And he didn't even put her picture in. So, were that the case, were any of this stuff actually functional, when they searched and found her stuff, it would have loaded more than a name and a picture. It would have loaded whatever Jeff Holiday had entered.
Right.
I mean, you would assume if it was a fully functional website.
Yeah. Yeah. And if that's not showing, they definitely should have. Yeah, they really fucking just jumped. And it really does seem like the sour grapes thing is a strong possibility for them jumping on this. And I don't doubt that they believe it. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But it's kind of hard to explain, but well, you know what I mean. Like, they actually think they're doing the right thing. They actually think they're right, but they're really. It's like a subconscious thing that they don't realize they're being fucking
behaving exactly like people they claim to be against.
Mm-hmm.
The horseshoe theory in place in the community.
Which has been happening for a while now, for fucking several months at least. You've been seeing the antis acting a lot like the fucking SJWs.
Yeah. Well, the ties of friendship are tough, man. I gotta say, man, even if Engelhardt is wrong, I'm probably still gonna get his back. You know, like I'm not gonna just like turn my back on my friend. Same with you, Dave. I'm not gonna just be like, nah, fuck him.
No, he's the one we can cut loose. I'm looking at you, Dave. Jeez. You're not part of the inner circle.
Oh, God damn.
But yeah, I still would like to see her do a video explaining shit. Because she does seem she's doing some stupid shit, dude. And beyond that,
I think if she came out and did a mea culpa in general, just like, hey, look, I've talked about this in interviews several times. This was never a secret. I don't understand why people are suddenly all over me about this. But let me just make this clear.
Yeah.
This is the thing I was doing. I stopped doing because I had a realization that it was wrong. I was young and naive, and it was clearly a mistake.
Yeah, has she said that in the interviews though? Because I remember watching the Dave Rubin one, and she
said
she didn't really think it was wrong.
Well, she's been very careful about how she's worded. She said, "I will not." I'm not paraphrasing it. She's essentially stated that she will not apologize for what she did, though she will recognize that it wasn't a good that it isn't a good idea.
Okay, see, I haven't seen that. The only one I've seen is in the Dave Rubin one, where she was still referring to it as an anti-bullying campaign. Like, these guys were attacking me, and all I was doing was this anti-bullying campaign.
Oh, no, in the Stephen Molyneux interview, if you watch the Stephen Molyneux interview of her, she actually does say she was young and naive, and it was a terrible idea.
Oh, okay, all right.
Successive interviews, because these are all like, depending on how far down the line she's gotten. And how many times she's had to deal with this, and probably, really, at a certain point, there's some pride. you take some pride in what you did.
Right.
When it's bad, you're still like, hey man, I built that shit, or I almost built that shit in this case.
Yeah, it's hard to admit that you made an error that big.
Oh yeah.
Because that was a fucking horrible idea. Again, heart in the right place, horrible idea.
Yeah, and let's be fair. If this dude I was talking with on Twitter had showed me real, genuine evidence, like video footage of somebody putting stuff in or getting out of that website that really showed like a database of this stuff, I would have been completely around. I would have been like, okay, I was wrong. She's not cool. Mm-hmm. But so far, there hasn't been any evidence for it. It's just been a lot of conjecture based on accusations that others have made, really, ultimately. Oh, and then she's also addressed it on, she's been on Alex Jones's show a lot. I don't know why she goes on Alex Jones's show.
No, Alex Jones loves that, dude.
He's very entertaining, but I mean, he's not like the super, I guess maybe he has some political pull now. I mean, Trump's the president. I can't.
Right.
Fucking knows.
No, he's got a significant and pretty goddamn rabid following. Like, I finally stopped following him, but, I mean, I followed him for entertainment because he is really goddamn entertaining. Oh, yeah. But yeah, he's ridiculous, dude. It's fucking, he's over the top, fucking conspiracy tinfoil hat shit.
Yeah.
Apparently he does have some contacts, and he apparently does get some information, but a lot of it is ridiculous, over the top, crazy shit.
I like how rabid is the adjective you used to explain his
the number of times the man has ripped his shirt off and run screaming out of the studio.
Yeah, dude, he's basically like, it's literally like watching a pro wrestler that decided to do some kind of wacky conspiracy theory show.
Yeah. Well, he used to be on
He's just fucking crazy.
We used to listen to him at one of the jobs I worked when we had a graveyard shift. It was essentially just all of us. There were no bosses or anything. And so we would put on like Alex Jones, George Norrie, all those late night conspiracy theorist radio shows half the time we were there. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I actually like Norrie, dude. I love that show too. So that's more like fucking aliens and fucking that kind of shit, right?
Yeah, oh yeah, he's definitely like the alien conspiracy. It's all about the fucking aliens. Although he gets into the new stuff occasionally. There's definitely conspiracy.
Oh, really? Okay. I never followed him regularly. I've just seen a few videos where he pops up in.
He's still on the radio.
Yeah. He's been at it a while, dude.
Yeah, and then if you're up in the middle of the night and you want to listen to something just bizarre and fucking entertaining.
Yeah, it's the Coast to Coast one, right? Coast to Coast something?
Coast? Exactly.
Yeah.
No.
Space Ghost?
No, not Space Ghost. Although, I'll be fair, if you were going to listen to that would be fun too.
Yeah.
That is pretty entertaining. Hey, Stabby, did you ever start watching the Space Ghost, or had you seen that before?
Space Ghost? No, I don't think I've ever started watching Space Ghost.
Yeah, well, the one where they're doing the fake interviews and shit. Well, I guess they're technically real interviews, but
there's a lot of stuff Stabby doesn't end up watching.
He's too busy on Twitter getting his account locked out for 6 days.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh yeah, dude, what the hell happened? Can you talk about it or not?
So yeah, no, I can. So I got my account suspended. Apparently, when you tell somebody you just bricked in his mom's mouth and asked them to moisturize her vagina for you because it's getting dry, Twitter is not a fan.
Wait, dude, I'm sorry. That was breaking up. You got to say all that again.
Jesus Christ, I got to say it again. I told some dude that I bricked in his mom's mouth, and then I asked him to moisturize her vagina because it was getting kind of dry for me.
All right, I got it.
I had water in my mouth when he said it.
You should have started the conversation by telling me to shut the fuck up. That was just not a good way to go.
It's like, we already started halfway down the hill. Let's go.
I was like, well, clearly we're just shit talking now, and this is fun. It wasn't any animosity behind it on my part.
I could play this game.
I just figured at this point we're just talking shit. Why not?
I still can't believe they reported you. Would that be somebody that would be technically on the anti-SCW side then?
I don't know. He might have been anti-SCW. I don't know, man. It was. Oh, hold on a second.
Retro.
Yeah.
Okay, now
Was this in relation? Was this in relation to the red pill black shit, or was it something else?
It might have been in. I don't remember. It might have been in relation to the red pill black stuff. It was on. Fucking what's his name? I want to say Watson. Joseph Watson from Alex Jones stuff. Like, Alex Jones has
Paul Joseph Watson.
Paul Joseph Watson. Yeah, it was on one of his tweets that I responded to somebody else, and we were kind of getting into it. So I mean, it was super. Like, I'm sure a lot of people saw it, and somebody just decided to fucking report it. I don't care really. Well, at the end of the day, who fucking cares? What am I going to do? You know, I'm not going to report him back. I'm not that guy.
Yeah.
Definitely
not.
On the chance that he was that guy, just in case. I don't know if he did or did, but just in case, I blocked his ass. And I don't like to block people. Usually, I'll just let them fucking peter out and kind of laugh at how long they want to keep going. Because some people really get mad.
Yeah, they don't realize you're just kind of fucking with them.
Oh no, yeah, no. Some people just like they really fucking take Twitter way too seriously. And it's 140 characters. Ain't nothing serious about Twitter.
Yeah.
Bullshit.
Yeah, exactly. Take that shit to minds, dude, if you want a fucking thorough fucking conversation about something.
Oh yeah, I mean the number of times if you've ever tried to have a real conversation on Twitter, and it's like I can't say all the words I need to say. This doesn't.
Yeah, you're trying to pare down what you're trying to say into those fucking 140 characters, and it's impossible, dude.
Oh yeah.
You cannot have any meaningful fucking discussion there, dude. Not without a shitload of abbreviations, dude, like shorthand or something.
And here I was going to start putting all my poetry and writings on Twitter.
Well, maybe if you get one of the lucky 280
Haiku for
people, maybe.
Yeah, that's true. I'll write haikus on Twitter.
Or couplets. Couplets is the other one that's a really short version, short poetry thing.
Maybe a quatrain, but the quatrain is probably pushing it.
Quatrain? Is that like your football name?
Yeah,
Quatrain.
Oh, that's
No, you know, like the fucking Nostradamus, dude. Quatrains.
Oh, okay. I still have no idea what
Just wrote all his predictions in quatrains.
I don't know what quatrain is either.
Yeah.
Four lines.
Oh yeah, it stands up 4 lines, especially when having alternative rhymes. Roses are red, violets are blue, sugar is sweet, and so are you. That would be like the quatrain.
Aw, thank you.
Yeah, there you go.
I didn't know you felt that way.
Yeah, I wasn't making up words that sounded vaguely like my name.
It was.
I wonder what it was. I have to fucking look this shit up.
No. The full name of the rhyme, or the poem structure is D'état Quatrain.
Hey, I come 2 lines of verse, usually in the same meter and joined by rhyme. So, like, there was a man from Nantucket whose dick was so long he could suck it. It'd be a couplet.
You need to put these on Twitter.
You never heard that one?
No. Well, it's been a while.
As he said with a grin, as he wiped off his, and he said with a grin as he wiped off his chin, if my ear was a cunt, I would fuck it. You've never heard that?
I probably have.
That is.
I've been told
beautiful
before. And that's usually when you come up with shit like that.
Oh, I've heard that a long time ago. That was big when I was in grade school. Which says a lot about Stabby.
You start them off at a young age, saying dirty, dirty poetry.
Oh man. So we have 4 viewers on here. 3 are on the show right now, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, I was doing it.
Yeah, I just checked it like literally a couple minutes ago, and there was only 3, so somebody else just joined.
Yeah, I want to invite other people, but I figured with the title today.
And identify yourself.
To invite people. Nobody wants to be associated with our fucking shitty.
I'm not gonna fucking admit I was here. Fuck you guys.
Yeah. I came in a trench coat. This shit ain't happening.
Yeah, my name's gonna pop up. Fucking Mr. Incognito. That's my name, motherfuckers.
Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh wait, that's nobody.
There's someone there.
There's nobody there. Hold on.
No.
Hey.
No.
I fucking.
I saw you.
My uncle, dude, like 30 years ago.
It's too late. No, they saw you now, sucker.
No.
Oh man.
No, I'm next. The next witch hunt's on me, fellas.
Now we're all gonna get doxxed
There you go.
because they know our names and our pictures. We're done for, boys.
I really have to get a picture of my uncle from like 30 or 40 years ago and send it to you because you look a lot like him, dude. It's fucking weird.
Me or Engelhardt?
Dude. I've told you that at least 3 or 4 times, dude.
Okay,
I feel like you're not listening to me.
No, I've bet you're competing with a ringing sound in my ear.
Stabby,
Yeah.
it's talking again. I don't know why it's talking again.
It's never personal when I'm asking for fucking what's the word? Clarification. It's always just I didn't necessarily hear every word that you said. Not into
Yeah, no worries. No, my memory is shit too, so don't worry about it.
Oh no!
And it has been a while. I think I mentioned it to you like once or twice, dude.
Oh no, it's not just my memory though. Now, unfortunately, people tell me shit. Like one of the things that drives me nuts at work is how many of the clients mumble. And let's be fair, I fucking do that all the time. So I can't get mad when people mumble. I just don't fucking know what they say.
Yeah. If somebody's mumbling and your ears are ringing, that is not a good combination, dude.
It's like static coming out of their fucking mouth. It's a lot like that, man.
God damn.
And then you step in front of a mic and you start articulating your words. You speak slowly and accurately. Yeah, when I talk in everyday speech, I end up like rambling and stuttering and word vomiting all over the place. It's really disgusting.
Yeah. You gotta start learning how to read lips, Stabby.
Yeah, I really do, because then inevitably they're always asking me for something. So it's like, and then this long pause while they're staring at me, hopefully, and I'm going, shit,
just waiting.
It's like, and now we play the guessing game. Did you want ibuprofen? Was the bathroom out of toilet paper?
Please DM me on Twitter. I don't know what you're saying.
I should do that. That would be fucking funny. Create a Twitter just
literally standing right next to each other, just DMing back and forth between Twitter.
Oh, I want to show you guys a horror show.
I
shouldn't start by saying that, should I? I shouldn't.
I don't know. Was it supposed to be a surprise?
Oh, dear God.
This is something I just saw that somebody tweeted out, and I looked at it and I was like, wow, this is disturbing.
And down the rabbit hole we go.
So this is from the Daily Mail. Apparently there's 2 dudes who are really into like plastic surgery.
Oh, I've seen the Rodrigo guy before. It's creepy. Looks like a fucking alien with this huge fucking his huge cheeks and shit.
And then Justin Jedlicka.
Chipmunk hybrid.
Fantasy abs? So this is the guy. These are apparently his brand new abs.
Okay.
I don't know if you can see.
No, I can see that.
Dude, there's pictures of him that look way worse than that, dude. By the way.
Here's the other guy, and they're just making out now. I don't know why. I guess they're both plastic surgery. Here we go. Here's a good picture of both of them. It shows you the true nightmare awaiting you.
Football fucking pants with like pads in them?
Yeah.
He is really skinny.
Holy shit.
Like,
yeah.
He's super muscular, but he also looks like he's really skinny, which makes me think.
Yeah, that looks like implants. His fucking pecs or tits or whatever, those look like implants, dude.
Yeah.
Because look how skinny the rest of him is. That's ridiculous. His arms are all skinny. And or all he's doing is bench pressing.
Oh, you know what? Look at the. Okay, see how it's weirdly shaded here? I think part of that is contouring makeup.
Yeah.
That might.
All right. Okay. Yeah. Because muscle doesn't look like that on a dude. If your fucking pecs are ripped, they don't look like that, dude.
And then here
yeah, look, because it's pretty flat.
I assume.
He looks like a fucking chipmunk, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, with the abs and then the flabby chest muscles, it's so contradictory looking. And the abs are like on top of like a big paunch. Like they didn't suck out the fat beneath the abs; they just put them on top, floated them on the fat.
It's like that movie, the spoof of 300, where it was just painted on, dude.
Oh god!
You guys remember that?
Right? I forget what they called it though, but it had Kevin Sorbo, right?
Oh, Meet the Spartans or something like that.
Yeah. Spartan. That was a good one. It's been a long time since I saw that shit.
Yeah, it was basically like they weren't anything, but they didn't have actual abs, but they had abs painted on their fucking stomachs, dude. It was hilarious.
Yeah, like every single one of them. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, here's a good. Oh, that just looks real weird. Without the abs, like being covered by his hands or something. That does not look like abs. What did they put there?
That's creepy looking, dude. Well, he wants to look like a Ken doll. Dude, that was his whole fucking thing. So I don't know if that's what a Ken doll looks like, or...
Yeah, I guess so.
Oh, God. Did he have his dick and balls cut off? Like, on the one hand, I kind of hope not, because that'd be really kind of fucked up. But on the other hand, it's like, they can't have kids. And I don't know that that's genetics you want to pass on. Oh, God, those abs look so bizarre. All right, I'm sorry about that.
Yeah, that is really creepy looking, dude.
Ooh. I got one where
now bring up the human Barbie chick, dude.
Oh, the human Barbie doll. What's your name? Yeah, I fucking.
Yeah. The one that has the huge eyes, or makes it look like she has huge eyes, and fucking. Yeah.
There's two.
She looks all plastic.
There's two of them. There's some other chick that did it too.
All right.
She's like a brunette.
They duplicated. Whoa! What the fuck?
I don't want to. Yeah, I don't want to like show the Google search because half the time I end up with like fucking really inappropriate shit there. Okay. That's two people who've had plastic surgery to make their eyes look like that, and their bases and every body part and everything.
Ah.
It's a little bit makeup.
Creepy. I think the one is starting to do like high fantasy type shit, like making herself look like an elf or something like that.
Yeah, I forget what.
But yeah.
Yeah, they're the two that do it.
Yeah, originally it was like she wanted to be like exactly like a Barbie doll or whatever.
I don't know, man, but I feel really awful that the two managed to meet each other because now they got somebody to fucking back up their crazy ass idea.
Yeah. It's not quite as bad as the Pro-Ana people, but it's still pretty bad.
That's worse, Pro-Ana. Oh, Pro-Ana, that is always disturbing.
Yeah. I remember doing that for my ex for her nursing school or whatever, looking up shit on Pro-Ana, and I was like, dude, that is so disturbing. I'm like, I can see that bitch's fucking hip bone.
Yeah, no, Pro-Ana stuff is the Thinspiration. Have you ever heard of Thinspiration?
I don't want to.
Essentially, they look at really skinny people in pictures and think about how that's to motivate them to want to keep not eating. And anorexia in there, and promia is pro-bulimia. Pro-Ana is pro-anorexia.
Right.
Look at it as like a lifestyle choice, not a fucking mental illness.
Yeah, they're just telling each other that everybody's jealous of how thin they are or how fucking good they look, and they're fucking disgusting. Like, I literally could see their fucking hip bone, dude, or what, I guess it would be their hip bone, but, you know, their pelvis. You could actually see the outline really well of their fucking pelvis, and they still would think they're too fucking fat.
It's one of the things people are always accusing Eugenia Cooney of being. She's a YouTuber, Eugenia Cooney. We won't get busted if I get a picture of her. Actually, fairly entertaining. I mean, in a like vapid sort of like high school mall girl sort of way. She's not. I mean, she's not like a terrible person or anything. But here we go.
Yeah, here we go.
And here's Eugenia Cooney. Just for anybody who's watching, this is Eugenia Cooney. She's been accused of being like pro-Ana a lot.
Okay, yeah, I can see that. That is disgusting. Wait, is she the one that was dating Onision or whatever?
I don't know. She looks like to have gained some weight, but here's a little better picture. She really is a lot skinnier than
yeah. No, I guarantee you, if you take those shorts off, you can see her thigh bone prominently, dude. And that's fucking disgusting, dude.
Well, here's the
pelvis. Like, oh, God, that's disgusting.
Well, a lot of people have accused her of being anorexic, but I don't know if there might be some medical disorder.
Yeah, there's something ain't right there, dude. That's for sure. That's wow.
Well, what is it? I don't remember if you guys have ever seen. There was a chick that did a TED Talk when TED Talks were still about science. And she did one about being happy. And her medical condition didn't allow her body to store any fat at all. And she looked just like somebody who was super anorexic and starving to death. Only there's nothing she could do. Her body would not store fat for any reason.
Wow.
The muscle and the bone and the skin, and it just looked real fucking wrong. So it makes me wonder, because Eugenia has never addressed it, other than to say, look, I'm not anorexic and I don't want to get into this. Makes me wonder if they has that weird disease.
Yeah, her
saying
that she doesn't want to get into it means it probably is a medical issue.
Yeah.
You know, like I don't want to explain what's wrong with me or whatever.
Exactly. That's my thought. Like maybe if I don't have to, I don't want to make my channel about this, because her channel's all about like trying on outfits and talking about what she did at the mall with her friends. And she's like,
although I don't see what's wrong with just saying, look, I'm not anorexic, it's a medical thing. That's all I'm saying. Seems like that would be okay, but again, I have no idea.
I feel like nowadays so many people are so public with everything. You kind of got to find your privacy in weird ways.
I don't know, but something like that where it overwhelmingly looks like you're anorexic, you know, I don't think it would be a big deal to just say, look, it's a medical thing. I don't want to talk. That's all I'm going to say, and then fucking leave it at that.
I'm not saying it's a good decision. I'm just thinking. I'm wondering if that's her thing. It's just like I gotta have.
Like, you gotta have some in the day and age where everything's revealed to everybody.
I mean, she's one of those bloggers who literally puts up a video almost every day. So, I mean, you know,
like it's a lot of her life that's already kind of displayed out for everyone to know.
Yeah.
And so it's like, hey, I need to get some, right?
Yeah, well, it's like a lot of YouTubers don't talk about who they're dating.
Yeah.
Like they won't mention their boyfriend or girlfriend, or they won't say their name or something other than just to say they have one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did see a fucking streamer get made out with. Like, he was on the street and some chick just came up and she's like, I want to make out with you. I know your streams or something like that. And so she just, like, kissed him a couple times and ran off. And I was just like, it's reached that point where, like, Twitch streamers are that popular. Good for them.
All right.
Yeah, celebrity is a celebrity.
I didn't realize we'd gotten that far. Like, I don't care. It was just like, wow, I didn't realize Twitch streamers got that big.
You're just jealous.
Not really. Well, no, out of that one, yeah. No, I would not mind pretty girls coming up and wanting to make out with me. That would be pretty fucking awesome.
Yeah, although again, it doesn't really matter. You don't have to be super popular. You just have to have one fan that's that fanatical that if you meet them in person, they'll make out with you.
Yeah,
I'm never going to be able to meet Akinaro now, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
Well, we'll fly you over to Spain and we'll fly him over here.
No, let's never do that. Oh, man.
Oh, God.
Wait, no, I don't look like a child. Never mind. I'm good.
You're just a man-child. It's all right.
Well, yeah, but I don't look like one. I look like a hairy egg. There's a difference. Oh, you got a drink, bitch.
I saved the drink.
Okay, I can resist that one. That was terrible.
Good work.
Let's see. Oh, what was it? I wanted to share a funny story because, like, I just shared that like terrible one.
I'm gonna share a funny story, and this is the prompt I see.
What? 17-year-old struck by lightning while masturbating.
It's clearly him shooting lightning out because of friction. I mean,
that guy was really moving his fucking really stroking.
This is a chick.
Oh yeah, wait.
Even better.
This is okay. I think this article is entirely bullshit.
Okay.
This is on an anti-masturbating thing from like a religious thing. It's cafemon.com, but I think it's just showing from a religious website clip. It starts with "Stop masturbation now. There is nothing more disgusting than the thought of a teenage girl touching herself." Well, nature agrees too. So I think right now we can tell nobody wrote this who was sane.
Or someone's totally saying one whole prank.
Yeah, I was gonna say disgusting is the exact opposite of the word I would have used, but whatever.
Yeah. Easy, buddy. It's 17.
No, hey, that's illegal in my state, fucker.
You know, it changes from state.
Yes. Oh my god.
I'm kidding. I kind of forgot about that. I was just thinking of a woman masturbating.
Check yourself.
I think in New Jersey, you can sleep with some girl you can sleep with somebody that's 16. I think. New Jersey, there's a couple states where it's 16, but I think it's only if you're 18 or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's got to be within a couple years or whatever.
Yeah.
Fine print kind of stuff. Anyways.
Genereen Connery of Hoagland, Nebraska, was struck by lightning this past Tuesday while masturbating outside behind a tree. Because that's what happens.
What else? Well, I don't know. Nebraska, I don't know.
That might be true. There's not a lot of people in Nebraska. You might have plenty.
You might just be able to get away with doing that.
Yeah. Plus, not a lot to do. So, what else are you going to do?
Good point.
Go masturbate by a tree.
Yeah, take care of business.
Right.
So the quote from her father, the quote is, "We don't let our kids masturbate in the home for this very reason, so I guess she had to sneak outside."
This article is so fucking ridiculous, dude. Who the fuck believes this shit is real, dude?
I like the very subtle, like, fake Midwest accent you had going on reading that quote.
Did I?
Yeah, it was like really subtle. I enjoyed it. It's a nice touch.
Outside. Yeah, you're right. I think I did this.
Yeah. No, that's fantastic.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
I don't know Nebraska accents though. So
go ahead.
I love the fact that the parents allegedly had a conversation about masturbating indoors with their children.
Can you imagine how fucking weird that would be? Mm-hmm. Like the masturbation conversation when your parents decide they gotta fucking educate you and shit. Even though you're probably already figured out by now.
Right.
Usually by the time they've worked up the courage to talk to you about that, you know how it works.
Mm-hmm.
But how awkward would that be? Like on top of the conversation about masturbating, you're not allowed to masturbate in this house.
Yeah, you're literally like, all right, daughter, I'm not gonna have that shit myself. You take that shit outside.
Well, it just implies that they're going to be like jumping into your room at random times for no apparent reason.
Right. Yeah. Or what are you going to do? Fucking take the locks off the bathroom? Like you're going to pop in on them in the bathroom to make sure they're not masturbating indoors?
It's just so creepy that you would even care. Like,
yeah,
I don't want my kid masturbating in the house.
It's so ridiculous, dude. Although, again, with the religion people, you never know.
I'd be like, at least I wish there was like maybe an early warning system, because the last thing I'd want to do is just to walk in and my kid taking care of it. Taking care of it.
Right.
Yeah, I want that out there.
Like I want something that, like, I don't know, put a sock on the doorknob or something where it's like, I'm not. I'll come back later. Knock on the door.
Like in my house, we have people who work some odd hours occasionally. So like one of the things we ask everybody to do is if you're going to take a nap or something and you don't want people banging on your door, to let you know if dinner's ready or ask you a question or something, put a little post-it up that just says napping, don't bother.
So you'll have a little post-it saying masturbated and don't bother.
You just put a post-it on there, say that it's napping, but imply heavily
napping.
Yeah. Or put napping in parentheses, like napping, don't bother.
I literally did the air quotes when I said napping to stabbing. So you're right. Same brain.
Oh, okay. Right. No, I was doing the same thing when I just said it now, even though there's no camera or anyone else around.
Oh, man, we really got to do this. And at some point, we got to just all move into a compound somewhere in, like, Wisconsin.
There you go. Maine.
I actually want to go to Maine. Maine is really far away and really fucking cold in the winter. Like, I like cold.
So is Wisconsin.
That's a good point. I didn't think of that.
Yeah.
Very good point. Wisconsin is very cold.
That's why everyone comes here.
Wyoming?
What's in Wyoming?
Yeah, San Diego. San Diego is always nice year round, or maybe a little inland like El Cajon or something.
San Diego. Untitled Studios does San Diego.
So when do we start the GoFundMe?
Move us into a compound.
Move us into a compound. We only need $500,000 to make sure that we get the property, and it's far enough away.
No, that's not gonna work anywhere in San Diego.
Oh yeah, well we could go into like Oregon maybe.
Yeah, that'd be all right.
Or Northern California. I think we might be safer out of California though.
Yeah, maybe somewhere in Washington. Although it rains a fucking shit ton up there.
Well, that's what I was thinking. Oregon. It's like a good split the difference kind of thing.
Yeah, we need a compound in Crater Lake.
Crater Lake. I'm fine with that. That sounds cool to me.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about in Oregon?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, but I'm totally down.
Yeah, no, it's literally, it was an old volcanic crater there's an actual lake in it. Like, it's way up high mountain that just has a top blown off of it, and there's a lake in it.
Oh, so that makes me think it's probably really popular. So we're going to need at least a full million. That $500,000 shit won't count.
Yeah, well, it's like a national park, so I'm guessing it would be.
Oh, well, if they don't know we're there.
Yeah, that's true. If it's an underground bunker.
Yeah, we'll just sneak in, like some tools, and build a log cabin, way out in the middle of nowhere.
Sounds good, man. Or
difficult though.
Oh, check this out. I was there's a place out here I went to when I was up in Flagstaff. It's called Walnut Canyon, where there used to be the old Indian like cliff dwellings. There's a bunch of those that are not being used at all, dude.
And we don't even have to.
Nobody's living in those cliff dwellings anymore.
As long as we paint ourselves red and pretend, they might think we're like ghost Indians.
Yeah, it's just true. Like, we don't even know about.
That couldn't go wrong at all.
Well, wasn't there? I'd heard a story like that not that long ago, like maybe a few decades ago. They actually found like a few Native Americans somewhere that had never had any contact with civilization. They've just been managing to avoid everything for hundreds and hundreds of years.
Oh yeah,
I thought it was in California, but maybe not.
There's a couple in southern America. I know that, not South America. But they found people in like the rainforest in South America who had no contact with humans for a long ass time.
Yeah, but I thought there was one here. Like I said, not that, like maybe 30, 40 years ago that was actually had somehow managed to not have any contact with the white man.
You're talking about like a full-on Native American thing?
Yeah. Although, again, I could be completely mistaken. I should probably search it.
Uh-oh.
Hey, you're showing the Google search, you maniac.
Oh shit! What? Can you vamp for like a few seconds? Because Engelhardt has got to go.
I got to bail early.
All right, yeah, man, yeah.
Sorry in that position quite as early, but I will only take a couple of minutes. I'll be right back.
Yeah. All right, take it easy there, Engelhardt. Yeah. All right. Yeah, I have no idea what I'm going to talk about. I forgot that happened. So let me go to my list and see if I have anything that I can talk about here. Tunguska, Dyatlov Pass. All right. Yeah, I'm going to talk about the Dyatlov Pass. Why not? Those not familiar, Dyatlov Pass was in Russia. It was a group of, I guess, a professor and students that went out on skiing expedition, like a long-term skiing expedition, and basically they ended up not reporting back, and they sent out a search party to find them, and they found first they found their tents basically had been slashed from the inside. So these people that were camped out on this mountain side of this mountain had slashed their tents from the inside and then ran off into the woods without their clothes on, for the most part, without shoes, socks, anything. And basically, when they found them, there were some that were like severely burned, like they almost got like fucking irradiated and shit. Really weird thing. Like they looked like they were super aged. and basically the what do you call it? The people that did the things had no real explanation for what happened to them. It's like one of them had internal injuries that were super severe, but they had no like bruises or any injuries to the outside, to the skin or anything. So all they did was they called it like a compelling force, like death by compelling force, but they didn't know what the hell it was. Just a really weird scenario thing. And I guess it's kind of like, I guess that whole area was supposed to be like a superstitious area. You weren't supposed to go around there. And then the alien people's kind of locked onto it, and the people that like alien conspiracy theories kind of locked onto that. And they're like, yeah, it was because that's where an alien base is or something. You back on?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
I returned, and then I just pulled my fucking mic out of the stand. There we go.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I've actually got a list of shit that I have for these scenarios now. Whenever you're saying goodbye to Hearth, so I just kind of look at the list and pick whatever the fuck I feel like talking about.
Oh, perfect. Thanks, man. I appreciate it because I feel like such an ass when I'm like, fuck, I gotta just fucking run away for 5 minutes now.
Yeah, maybe a little more heads up because I had to kind of jump to it. Just be like, hey, I'm gonna have to go in a few minutes so I can start, going into it. Because there, I just had to kind of wing it and pick something.
In this particular one, he got called out. He had to go for something.
Oh, okay.
It was either something with friends or something with family that he had to go.
Yeah.
It wasn't like he's usually here till like 12:30 or so.
Yeah. Yeah, no, if you can, like I said, it's not a huge deal. So, but if you can, give me a heads up. But yeah.
Good idea. I like it.
Yeah.
Say, hey, 5-minute warning. I got to roll in 5 minutes or so.
Right. Yeah. Then I'll be a little more prepared. I don't have to bust out with the fucking alien conspiracy theories like I just did.
Oh, alien conspiracy theories are always fun. Did you ever Google the Native American?
Oh shit! No, I didn't. But I was talking about the. I don't know if you're familiar with the Dyatlov Pass incident.
No.
Have you heard of that? Okay. All right. You may want to Google that one. It's pretty interesting. Well, anyways, I hate recapping it because I just told it, and then when you come back, I always tell exactly what I just said. But yeah, it's Dyatlov Pass, Dyatlov. Well, just look it up if you're bored sometime.
No, I'm looking at because you were talking about unknown tribes.
Yeah. Let me see.
So Ishi Ayahi is believed to have been the last Native American in the U.S. to have lived most of his life completely outside the culture of the United States in 1911.
1911. Okay, so it was a little further back.
Aged around 50 years old, he emerged from the wild, Oroville, California, leaving his ancestral homeland in the foothills near Lassen Peak. So he had apparently just been living way, way the fuck out in the boonies and just showed up.
Oh, okay. Huh.
In California.
Yeah, maybe that's the one I was thinking of. I thought there was more than one person, but maybe not. I thought it was like a good group of people.
You had the 50, he was 50, you had like the 50 years part down, and you had the California part down. That's pretty fucking good.
Yeah, close enough.
For a random story, that's not bad at all. No, you look up on anybody who's interested. Look that shit up on uncontacted peoples on Wikipedia. There's a whole big thing on it. There's a lot of them. It's pretty entertaining. I might be going back and looking at that wiki later.
Yeah, that's cool. Right on.
Oh yeah, we didn't finish the. We didn't get to the juicy part of the 17-year-old masturbating.
Oh, okay.
Here we go. According to medical experts, the moisture between her genitals and fingertips served as a conductor and caused a lot of damage to nerve endings. There is a good chance she will not regain feeling in either.
Yeah. I don't know. For church people, wouldn't that be a positive thing? Now there's no way you can enjoy sex.
Oh, yeah, really, exactly. And then they have a quote from Carol Rogers, a pediatric nurse. She's lucky to only have been using 2 fingers at the time. It could have been much worse.
God damn it, dude.
Followed up by...
I imagine the word pediatric and the word nurse both being in parentheses, dude.
Yeah, I really do as well.
Okay.
They follow up with the quote the nurse followed up with right now. I think she's just embarrassed that she had to learn a lesson the hard way. I don't think this is a nurse.
Yeah, Jesus Christ, dude.
Then it goes, masturbation is the most deadly sin, and children need to be protected from the temptation. Oh, okay, here we go. I'm a dummy. The website is stopmasturbationnow.org.
Nice.
I knew it was a joke thing, but now I know where it comes from. I'm like, oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. All right, so it is like an onion type spoof thing.
Well, it's a religious attempt at actually.
Oh, it is serious, though. They're really trying to stop people from masturbating.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Oh my god,
dude.
it's a real website. Oh my god.
How the fuck is masturbating? So it's the deadliest. Like, you could kill people, you could rape people, but masturbating, that's the deadliest.
Look at their symbol. It's a fucking palm print with a fucking.
Dude, why is there no hair on that palm print, dude?
Oh, maybe that's the white part here.
That's a white hair growing out, dude.
God damn.
Damn.
Big masturbations. Why is Lonnie Childs cleared of suspect in brutal murder? What the fuck?
Wow.
Oh, this is a weird place. I'm gonna go now.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. The real goal of masturbation.
Oh, dude. Oh, God. I don't want to know, but I want to know.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Like, this is going to be fucking awesome and horrible.
This might be an old site that's broken. It's not loading. We'll see.
And we'll never know. We will never know what the real goal of masturbation is. That is sad.
Yeah, none of this actually goes anywhere, I don't think.
I'm a little disappointed, dude.
Open link in new tab. Yeah, I'm getting blank site here.
All right.
But I thought it was a funny article. 17-year-old gets hit by fucking lightning. Oh, and then this is not a funny article. Well, I guess it's good that they got 20 years in jail.
All right.
But they apparently abused the son like really, really awfully, kicking him in the genitals until he bleeds, shit like that.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Were they just man-hating lesbians? Is that what it was? So even though it's their son?
So this is Breitbart, so take everything with a grain of salt. Because Breitbart is super, super fucking biased.
Right.
Let's see. They actually had a GoFundMe page to help raise money for the child's medical care.
Wow.
Eventually, the doctors cottoned on to the whole thing and were like, we think this kid's being abused. He apparently told them he was repeatedly tied up, confined with duct tape, locked in a small room for extended periods of time. I think Opal tweeted this out. This is where I got the article. It was Opal.
Oh,
yes, Stevens and Jones pleaded no contest last Friday to a child abuse, child neglect charges as a part of a plea deal. They were sentenced to 20 years in prison.
wow.
And when that plea deal goes, 20 years in prison is the fucking bonus.
Right.
That shit was really not good. Comments.
Yeah.
Oh, the cancer. It's just comments. Whatever. Fuck that noise. But yeah, that was some pretty shitty stuff.
Yeah, that's fucking horrible.
Man, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad they at least got the 20 years because fucking it seems like women kind of get away with that shit a lot more, get way lenient sentences. But it sounds like that was so horrific that there was no way that was happening.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, at a certain point you can't. But, like, one of the things that I have to say...
5 years old, dude. That's fucking horrible, dude.
Oh, I have to read people's histories a lot when they come in as clients. And let me tell you, women are fucking brutal. A dude might fuck you, but a woman will fuck you up way worse when it comes to abuse. Like
I've never been on the receiving end. Well, I mean, my ex was pretty evil, but she didn't cut my dick off or fucking, any of that kind of shit.
I'm saying like,
yeah. Oh, okay, I got you.
Way worse.
Yeah,
their abuse is really like way more creative and way more disturbing a lot of the times than abusive fathers. A lot of the abusive fathers, it's either sex or it's beating, and that's it. Mothers, they get into like putting you in closets, fucking torture, weird fucking rituals.
Yeah, like binding you and shit, and like tying
holding
you up
you
and
underwater for long periods of time. Like
Jesus
just
Christ,
weird fucking shit. Keeping you awake for days on end because they're all methed out and shit.
Jesus, dude. Yeah, that's terrifying, man.
Yeah, it gets pretty brutal. So you and I are the only viewers now. William is just gone. He's like, all right, I'm out.
yeah. I noticed like if we don't interact with him too much, he'll take off, dude.
I can't blame him, but you know what? We need that. We need more people in the chat. Hopefully, pissing off Jeff Holiday, Andy Warski, some black hand tree of knowledge.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, at least you're trying.
I'm not worried about it at all. I love Engelhardt, but I think he's a little worried for like money for nothing kind of thing. Worried about it. I'm like, nah, fuck it. They don't care. They're gonna be like, somebody with 20 views made a channel video about us. Oh wait, nope. They only talked to us about us for like 20 minutes and moved on. That's so weird.
How did they not do a 4-hour stream about it and only talking about that?
How did they do 4 hours talking about fucking one person? God damn.
You know, Base Mama came on that stream and talked shit too, right?
I don't know. I didn't really listen to it. I just was like,
no, she was talking shit too.
Well, and the thing is, it's unfortunate because these things go around in circles, and people just rely on their friends for facts, and they're not actually doing the research themselves, and they don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah,
you know, it's like
Although I think Base Mama just never liked her. I think that's what was going on there.
It's entirely possible.
So it was already like,
nobody's perfect. You know, and you know, I'm not a huge fan like Andy Warski. I just do not like Andy Warski. I will never like Andy Warski.
No, I did for a little bit, but it is so unoriginal, dude. It's just fucking like they can be kind of funny, but it's really repetitive and it's really the same bullshit over and over. I think it was Noel Plum that basically said he's like, I don't really watch Andy Warski. You know, Andy, if you've seen one of his videos, you've pretty much seen them all.
I would say that's a very accurate statement.
Yeah. And then, I think it was that's right. They fucking blocked me because I think he was on like Failure's stream at one time. And I think I've mentioned this before, but like Andy was on there and basically he was talking about how he wouldn't do anything in the name of freedom, or he wouldn't like do anything if it messed with him at all, or even just inconvenienced him at all. And I basically had said something along the lines of, if everyone thought like that, we're not going to have any freedom left. I'm like, that's kind of cowardly.
Yeah.
And then like I was watching one of his streams a day or two later, and I noticed my comments were getting immediately deleted. Fuck is going on? And you know what I mean? So it wasn't like somebody was going in and manually doing it. I was blocked from commenting.
Yep, probably.
And I was like, for like a week, I was like, what the fuck happened? I think I even sent a tweet out. I'm like, hey guys, I'm blocked on your channel. You guys look into this? Why am I blocked? And then it wasn't until like a week later, I'm like, I think it's because they saw that fucking comment, and that was it. And they fucking blocked me because I made that comment.
It wouldn't surprise me, man.
Yeah.
Although,
because I remember seeing him on a stream before where somebody made a comment or whatever, and Eddie was like, "Oh, block them," and then Chris was like, "No, don't block them," because I thought he was joking about blocking them, but Chris would not have made the statement of, "No, you can't block him for that," if he wasn't serious.
Oh, I'm sure they blocked you. It wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah. So he's just a fucking coward. He's just a fucking loudmouth little fucking bitch, dude.
You know, the comments I left underneath on his last couple of videos about RPB, and because he's one of the ones I actually left comments on because it was so egregiously just fucking bullshit. I mean, just total nonsense and no actual like basis for anything. It was really bad, but I left some pretty gnarly comments, and he's never addressed any of it. So I mean, and nobody else has. Nobody else comments either. So my suspicion is that I'm either muted in some way or.
Yeah, you might want to try to log in or go in incognito and see if they're even showing up.
Oh, I'm not going to go through thousands of comments just to see. I'm not.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, unless it's getting upvoted or whatever. Yeah, you can never really tell.
I just don't care enough.
Yeah. Although I know Suit Yourself does not block anybody apparently, because I had put one on. Did he do something on Red Pill Black too, or?
Well, he's the one that posted the video about how you can do this weird Google search that sort of backdoor looks into part of the website that you can't access through the website.
Yeah. So was he on board with everybody else then? Or?
Oh yeah, no, he was shitting all over her just the same. Yeah, it was really dumb, and it's like he knew enough to be dangerous, but not enough to actually be like intelligent.
Yeah, that sucks because he's usually pretty good about that shit. That sucks.
But here's the thing. This is why I'm saying it's a problem in the community at large, is because I also don't think that all the social justice warriors are evil. I think these are all people who think they're trying to make the world a better place.
Yeah, just misguided, but yeah, this is really.
I might not agree with 100% with everything they think is going to make the world a better place. Sometimes I think they're probably right. Sometimes, a lot of times they're wrong. But,
right. The vast majority of the stuff sounds good, but it just wouldn't work in reality, dude.
Exactly.
But yeah.
But I think it's starting to be like sort of a horseshoe theory thing, where the anti-SJW community is basically starting to do the same thing.
Yeah.
No,
absolutely.
Who are just listening to their friends and signal boosting or helping their voice get out, essentially.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and that's been pretty well confirmed that they do kind of coordinate what they're talking about. Like that's been and that's been going on for quite a while. Yeah.
Well, you see a really good example of it with Liz Reptile. Mm-hmm. She's always trying to get bigger YouTubes to pimp her stuff out because she needs somebody to help get her voice out, type thing.
Right.
There was that big issue with her and Stevie, and she was really mad because Wizard of Cause wouldn't I guess, make it a bigger thing than it was. Like, I don't know why anybody else in the YouTube community needed to be involved in her personal life, but apparently they did.
Mm. Yeah, it was a little weird. Yeah. But apparently, I guess, from what I remember seeing one when she was talking about it on the Cunt stream or whatever. And because they were asking her why the hell didn't she come out before when the whole I have cancer thing was happening. And she's like, well, they told me to fuck off when I tried to tell them.
Yeah. Well, that was the only where she started crying and then stopped crying, like,
Yeah. No, Liz definitely is. I've lost any kind of semblance of caring about her, because I used to kind of white knight for her a little bit, but now I realize,
it's easy to fall into that trap, man. Especially when a chick cries.
Yeah. That's the thing. You'll immediately give them a pass. I wonder if she ever got the police records that she was supposed to get.
Oh man, who knows? Her chick is so toxic. I really want nothing to do with it.
Right.
I mean, I don't have anything against her in specific. I'm just not gonna give her any money. I'm not gonna check out her videos anymore because there's too much drama, toxic drama going on.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think she's done anything. She did a thing on the Ehlers Danlos, and that was mainly because she suffers from it too. The fucking, where you're double jointed. Like there's people that were doing like these tricks or whatever, some show. And she's like, "You guys are ruining your bodies," and that was probably like a year ago. I think since then she really hasn't done anything worthwhile, dude.
Yeah.
So the cancer stream was pretty entertaining, dude.
It was. It definitely was.
Although the people that she has on now, holy shit, those people are fucking weird and not entertaining.
Well, they're the people that paid. So Liz and Jeff Holiday, and I'm sure other YouTubers that I'm unaware of, both have a thing where essentially you got to pay for play. You want to be their buddy. You want to be on their stuff because Jeff has a couple of different channels. But essentially, you can pay to be in videos with him on like Hangouts. have like a private hangout with him. So it's all about the money, honey. If you got the money, honey, they got the time.
Yeah, no, I don't doubt it. Yeah.
I don't object to it. It's their thing. You know, they want to make money that way. Everybody knows what's going on. None of my fucking concern.
Right.
It does, to me, it does kind of fucking, it makes me question your credibility if you're trying to claim to be like an intellectual or like, you know, a skeptic or, you know, you're like you're doing all these things for the good of everybody kind of thing.
That's why I really like Base Mama, because she doesn't seem to give a shit. Like she's fucking like, you know, let me hang out with her, and I've pointed out the fact that I have literally never given her any money at all. And like the last time we was doing the hangout, she was like food and shit, you know. Like, no, I'm not. I'm just not hungry, you know. You know, so you know that's why I kind of have a lot of respect for her. But yeah, a lot of them were doing that shit, man.
I will occasionally do super chats to fuck with people because it's funny and it's worth a couple bucks.
Right. And
I've given,
if you got something that's really,
I think I even gave like $75 on one of the charity streams that I don't, whatever, man. I was dumb if I did, and I don't really regret it because at the time I didn't know any better, so I'm not, you know. I'm gonna beat myself up over it.
Yeah. You fucking think you're doing right, and you don't, you know, have any reason to not. You know, it'll happen.
Yeah. So, but you know,
I just don't have any money.
A lot though. There's a lot of very spurious, fucking fundraisers. You know, like there's one with like C and Roy from Very Nearly Viral, like raise money to fucking bring us to the U.S. I'm like, do we really want somebody in the country that can't even pay to get here?
Right. Yeah,
like,
that's true.
Shitty, but like, I'm not anti any particular race coming in. I just want quality people. I don't want shitty people coming in.
Especially somebody whose job is YouTube. Like, if that's your income, then that's a really shaky foundation.
Yeah, are you coming here to get out on the dole like as soon as you're here, or what? You know?
Yeah, it is a little weird. I think you pointed out in the stream. Can we do C and then Roy if it's convenient? Oh no, I think I said that, and then you were like, "How about just Lacey and drop Roy in the ocean or something?"
Yeah, I said that shit on one of the things.
I
got no, but I'm savage on Twitter, man. One of the things is I'm amazed. Armored Skeptic has never fucking blocked me on Twitter because I am savage. Like the other fucking day, he put up one about. He put in a tweet about, you know, that the standard sort of like red pill black is untrustworthy bullshit. And I legit tweeted back, hey man, why don't you go, what was it I tweeted? Something like, why don't you go back to your candid videos? I think you forgot all your integrity there.
That's fucking perfect, dude.
You know, it's why don't you go back to your candid videos? You left all your integrity there. You might need it. Savvy.
Yeah, that is pretty ridiculous for him to fucking say somebody's untrustworthy or fucking lacks integrity.
That one, even if Red Pill Black was the fucking was everything they said they would, I still would have meant that.
Yeah, exactly. He has no fucking place. Yeah, Armored Skeptic has no fucking place to judge anybody on that shit, dude.
That dude is funny as fuck. Like I can't believe people still watch that dude. But whatever, man. I guess he's entertaining, and he's got that hot chick girlfriend, and they get like weird. I mean, some of that shit on Twitter with those chicks is a little fucking inappropriate. It's just like, wow.
No, that's one of the main reasons I stopped following him. That shit gets fucking disturbing, dude.
Like, take that shit to the.
Like, I don't want to hear
I
about
don't see it very often, but I like to be able to say shit to Armored Skeptic whenever he tries to take the moral high horse. I like to shit on him.
Yeah. No, he's an arrogant prick, dude. He's fucking he's trash, dude. I can't believe, because I followed him for a long time. He used to be really good, man. Gotten fucking full of himself, and he's gotten fucking lazy. And he doesn't have to do better because he's got enough rabid fans himself that prop him up. He doesn't have to try, and he just doesn't.
Yeah.
I still don't want that fucking whole thing of, see what I did there? I used skepticism to, dude. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
He was on a stream and fucking he was doing a live stream by himself, and he made some stupid point or whatever, and he was apparently really proud of it. And so he says, "You see what I did there? I used skepticism to," and then fucking, it was so self-aggrandizing and fucking so patting himself on the back over something that wasn't really that great of a point. You know, so everybody started mocking him, and they would do that. They would say, like, "See what they did there? I use skepticism too."
I'm gonna have to start.
Yeah.
That. You see what I did there? That was logic. I don't think you understand how logic works so far, judging on all of the things you say.
Yes, dude. It should never die. I don't think it should. I'm kind of disappointed that nobody does it anymore because it should never fucking die. He should constantly be reminded of how fucking cringy that shit was, dude.
That is pretty fucking cringe. God damn, dude.
Yeah.
That's funny.
It's amazing, dude.
What I did there. Like,
yeah.
Are you trying to make skeptic a verb? Like, I skeptically.
Yeah. Well, there was the whole thing of him trying to claim everybody was just a skeptic clone. Everybody was just ripping him off.
On YouTube before he made a video. That was funny.
Yeah. Like, fuck you. You're a logic clone that just happened to get a little fucking popular.
Well, see, I think there's the thing, man. I think that's part of the rub is because some people have enough charisma or skill with production or script writing or whatever it is, whatever that magic fucking thing is that gets you, millions of views. And they start to get into a point where, like, they make money by doing a certain kind of video.
Right.
As long as they do
stop doing that,
they're going to get, 500,000 views or 80,000 or whatever their channel's biggest thing is. Right. As long as they keep delivering, they're going to keep getting paid. And that'll be, it might not be through advertising, it might be through Patreon or Streamlabs or whatever.
No. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, though. I don't see how his fans can just not be fed up with him, dude. I don't get it, man.
I think the majority of the people who watch these anti-SJW videos just want to be reminded that they're right.
Oh, that's, yeah.
And I don't think they really want to hear like real intellectual debate and real intellectual thing, because like Sargon even has kind of gone away from any real intellectualism.
Yeah.
I mean, he started to get to the point where he kind of yells a little bit about like stupid people, and he really does pick real dumb people, but he doesn't really.
Yeah, it's almost like they don't want to. Yeah, they kind of want to just stay in their wheelhouse and just kind of crank it out to keep their patrons happy.
Yeah, and I don't.
Patreon is probably paying far more than YouTube.
When you get to the point where that's how you pay all your bills. You can't just fucking walk away from that. That's a scary thing. To walk away from that. It might mean you have to get a real job. And if all you've ever done is YouTube, and a lot of these people, the only real work they've ever done is YouTube. They've never built a career in anything else. They're kind of stuck in this thing where like that's where your bread is buttered. Don't shoot that gift horse. Yeah. So they're stuck doing that. They have no choice but to kind of just maintain what they've already done, and then just do enough to make sure you're still getting the Patreon money or whatever, because I guarantee most of them, Patreon is their main income now. It's not what they're getting from YouTube. Exactly.
So they're stuck like that.
Like death by degrees. You know what I mean? Like it's little compromises over time that eventually lead to the point where you're just you don't have any more integrity.
Right. Yeah, because I don't really fucking listen to it, because I was a big fan of them, all of them, dude. Armored Skeptics, Sargon. Jeff Holiday for a long time, dude, was pretty much my favorite YouTuber.
I watched a bunch of his stuff.
Because they did good shit. They really did good videos for a long time, but they don't do that anymore. Now they're just fucking, again, paying the bills, dude.
Well, and I can't. And here's the thing: I can't hate them for it, though. Like I think that's the. Like, I feel bad that that's what it become. And I think part of that is the YouTube advertisements, don't pay.
Right.
Because it used to be.
I'd still like to look into that, too, because people are claiming that they don't make anything. I'm like, I see videos on your channel. Or I see ads on your videos, dude. And I'm like, I would not be surprised to find out that YouTube still have videos on the channel, but telling them that they're demonetized or whatever, and still just collecting that money and not paying them, dude.
That whole thing is a lawsuit waiting to happen.
Yeah.
You know, part of what
that's why I was actually
is all the views that these people get. You know, that's going to come tumbling down in a big fucking way.
Yeah, they're gonna get hit with a big, big punitive damages type shit, dude. Where they're gonna end up paying 3 times what they were trying to save or whatever.
When they won't give you any concrete,
but
even just a set of real concrete guidelines as to what you can and can't do in a video to decide whether or not it's worth any money.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm just saying,
it can't just be this nebulous thing. You have to give people that you've agreed to pay money for service. You have to give them.
Yeah, especially if you're still collecting ads on the not premium advertisers.
Yeah.
Like they're still making money off of those ads, but they're not paying it out.
Well, here's the thing:
to the creators.
The advertisers might only be paying if it's run on a monetized channel, but not be paying when it's run on a channel that's demonetized. However, they are still benefiting from that ad being run. You are still putting out a product that somebody is benefiting from financially, but you're not being paid for it. And you're supposed to be paid.
That's what I'm saying. And I think if you track that, because it would be a pain in the ass. But I think I suggested it to Magog. I would be willing to fucking report to you every time I watch your channel and let you know what the video was, what the commercial was, and all that shit. A lot of his viewers would be willing to do it too.
Well, and
I say, look, this video played on.
I was going to say, I know you hate Steve Crowder, but Steve Crowder made some really good points that there are probably a lot of companies who would pay to put ads on channels like his and all the conservative videos that YouTube won't allow to buy ad space.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's like a double shot in the foot. Not only are they probably running ads without paying the people for running the ads on their videos, and not paying
But yeah, I don't know. I think someone like Magog or anybody that's pretty popular like that. I would be willing. Like if they asked to, like, hey, if a video plays, go to click this link and let me know, and just type in. They could even set it up where there's just drop down shit, so you don't have to actually type in a bunch of shit. Letting them know that a fucking commercial thing played, and I guarantee you, well, I can't guarantee it, but I would be surprised if they weren't playing a shitload of ads and not fucking telling them and telling them they're demonetized and still collecting that money.
I would be stunned if you were wrong. I think you're probably 100% right.
Yeah, and if that gets found out, you know what I mean? That's going to be fucking serious.
It's definitely definitely going to be a lawsuit. It will definitely cost YouTube a lot of money, whether the lawsuit wins or loses.
Yeah, because I can definitely see a huge class action one with a bunch of YouTubers, filing a suit.
The amount of money they've given to people who have made false DMCA claims.
False what?
DMCA, like you can't use my content stuff. The amount of times they've just given people, other YouTubers, money. It's like you can't do that. Like that's fair use.
I don't understand how they couldn't just hold that money.
Well, they do now.
It's ridiculous.
I think they do now, and it's held until whatever the process of complaining and counter complaining is done now.
Yeah,
probably because somewhere YouTube was like, look, we're gonna fucking pay a fuck ton in lawsuits, and I think there is a lawsuit against them regarding that, actually. Like some Irish YouTube channel or something like that, but I could be wrong. I know they're being sued by a couple of different channels right now. I just don't remember specifically what it is.
Right.
I know there's one that's over the refusal to give any sort of concrete explanation of what does and doesn't demonetize a video.
Yeah.
I know that there is a lawsuit about that, I believe.
Yeah. Well, that's good. At least something might come out of that where they fucking, aren't so vague about it.
Oh yeah.
Or capricious in the way they fucking apply the bullshit. Like, well, if you're left wing and you're an asshole, you're okay. But if you're right wing,
and you're
even if you're not an asshole, you're going to get demonetized if you don't fucking toe the SJW line.
Well, my concern would be what area, what court it went to. There's
right.
so many there's so much legislation from the bench right now. So many judges who are making decisions on political things, on political reasons, and ignoring the law itself. The DNC clearly committed blatant felony level fraud, taking the money that was donated to Bernie Sanders and giving it to Hillary Clinton's campaign before anything had been decided. So before one of them had won the primary. That's blatant fraud. And the judge said, and the judges in the case said, well, it's fraud, but since it's such a political issue, we're not going to get involved.
Wow.
Which is exactly the opposite of what they should do.
Yeah.
What they should do is say, that's fraud. I don't care about the politics. This is the law. It is supreme. Your politics don't fucking matter.
Yeah.
Which is what the judge.
In fact, that makes it more important that should make it more fucking important. The fact that, there's a good chance that Hillary wouldn't even have ran. I mean, she didn't win anyway, but still, I mean, there's a good chance that Sanders would have been the nominee if they had been an equal playing ground.
Exactly. And frankly, I think it's a short-sighted on Trump's part not to have. I think the Attorney General can file can file criminal charges against people, but it's to me he should have had the legal system go after the DNC.
Yeah.
That's it's politics. But I don't think that should have been a reason not to go. I think he should have said, clearly
that's true.
At this point, there was some fraud going on. And I can't ignore that. And this isn't about politics. The Democrats can still field their candidates, but the people who are running this committed crimes, and they need to answer for that.
Yeah. I think if he came out and explained it, and fuck, I don't care, State of the Union or whatever. Yeah, if he came out and explained why he's doing it, and being like, look, if I knew this about the Republicans, RNC, I'd do the same goddamn thing.
Yeah, well, it's clear the Republicans didn't do that because Trump got elected.
Right. Because, the Republican establishment did not want him to be the candidate, dude. That is fucking obvious.
No, that was definitely not their plan. So clearly they're not doing that because if they tried, they did it very poorly.
Yeah, and that's the thing. And they're like, no, well, the DNC is a private whatever. Like, no, dude, it's the one that nominates the fucking nominees for our public office, dude.
It doesn't matter if it's private or public. They can't take money donated to one candidate and then give it to another candidate.
Yeah. It's really fucking sickening, dude.
You can't say, hey, I'm collecting money for cancer and then use the money because your kid has some sort of fucking rickets or some shit and needs a treatment.
Right.
That's fraud. You go to jail. That's the point. You can't collect in the name of one thing and then put it all into another thing. It doesn't matter what you're collecting for. That's never a legal thing to do.
Yeah, I wonder if because the courts kicked that out, there's no way that can be looked into again by somebody besides Trump, or
I don't know.
Or it would have to be a lawsuit filed by Bernie Sanders or something, probably.
Yeah,
I'd imagine.
At this point, it's pretty much a dead thing. It definitely can't be brought back in. I just don't think there's any way that it would ever. Because even if Bernie Sanders or somebody else tried to bring it back up, they would simply be like, look, this is too much like double jeopardy. We're gonna just dismiss the case because it's too much like double jeopardy. You can't keep trying to find side paths to, subvert the basic, legal things. And I wouldn't want them to.
Yeah.
I think double jeopardy is too important to, to the justice system. You can't keep having a trial over and over and over, even if you got it wrong the first time. And that
Yeah, although, dude, I would really I wish Trump would have said, instead of just making a blanket statement of, I'm not going to go after Hillary or I'm not going to, have her investigated. I wish he would have just said something like, at this point in time, I have no intention of doing that. Because I honestly think that all those motherfuckers should be investigated for the shit that went down, dude. The shit they've been doing.
Were I in Trump's place, I would have fired the top 3 or 4 levels of the FBI, CIA, NSA, all of those groups. I would have just taken like the top 4 levels out of all of them and replaced them with people that I knew to be trustworthy and that I knew to be willing to do the job for the sake of the job and not for the politics in any way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
And I would have said, you know what? Investigate Hillary. There's too many things. She's blatantly admitted to felonies. Investigate her, get the evidence, and then prosecute.
Yeah.
This isn't about politics. I don't want you to do anything questionable. I want you to do this as by the book as humanly possible and try to keep it quiet. This isn't something that needs to be public. It's not about grandstanding. It's about following the law.
Yeah, because that foundation, the Clinton Foundation, I mean, I don't think that even any fucking hardcore Democrats in the world seriously believe that that's a legitimate fucking charity.
That's not even my issue. I mean, don't get me wrong, that's a huge issue and it should be investigated as well. But she deliberately withheld and destroyed evidence.
Yeah.
That in and of itself is a felony, and it's never even been brought up to like investigation. It's like that right there.
Yeah, it's almost like, oh, you're a politician, so we're just not going to investigate you because reasons.
They destroyed the SIM cards of like 20 phones with a hammer.
Wow.
That's blatant destruction of evidence, and if it's people that worked for her, she's culpable.
Yeah.
She cannot pretend not to have had any responsibility. You don't get to do that.
Yeah.
That doesn't work anymore.
Yeah. No, it's ridiculous, man. It would go a long way toward establishing some faith in the system, man.
Yeah.
If somebody actually fucking got busted for all of the blatant fucking illegal shit they're doing.
If the law applied to the people at the top in the exact same way that it applied to people on the bottom, that would definitely be a big faith improvement.
Yeah, because a lot of people are disillusioned. Well, especially the media now. I mean, the media is supposed to be a watchdog of the fucking government, or at least it used to be what it was supposed to be. I don't know what the fuck, but
bullshit to try to fucking keep the idiots entertained.
And distracted from what. That's the thing. Any of the shit that they're talking about, a lot of the times, is just distractions from the fact that corporations are essentially running shit.
Yeah.
You know, and it was gay marriage, and then this trans bullshit. Any of this stuff is, again, stuff that they don't care about.
Well,
you know what I mean?
It's also super divisive. Like my issue isn't as much that it's to hide the corporations as much as it is that it's dividing people into these incredibly angry, hateful mobs. You know, like that's a big part of what I was upset with the red pill black thing is you're making it impossible to change your mind.
Right.
You know, I'm sorry, but people change their minds. That's not flip-flopping. Flip-flopping is when you go and you tell one group one thing and then you immediately tell another group another thing because you're just trying to make them like you kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know, but no, you can.
Yeah, or it's like what Hillary Clinton did on pretty much any issue. But the specific one would be the gay marriage. Like she did not say, "Hey, gay marriage. I'm for gay marriage," until a majority of the population said they were for gay marriage.
Yeah, that would definitely be like a flip flop. Exactly.
Yeah.
Or like when she went and talked to like the unions, and she was like, "Oh, I'm pro union all the way," and then she went and talked like the next day with the people that run the companies the unions work for, and was like, "I'm going to keep the unions in check. I'm going to scratch your back, you scratch mine."
Yeah, or the Goldman Sachs one, or whatever it was, where she
I have private opinions and public opinions.
Yeah.
But being like, hey, I was a conservative, and I've decided that after some reflection, I've looked over things, and there's too much evidence that liberalism is correct, or I was a liberal, and after careful examination, there's too much evidence that conservatives are right.
Yeah.
We need to be able to have people, change their mind.
Yeah.
Work together.
That's the other thing is stop viewing the people on the other side as the enemy, dude, instead of just people that disagree with you.
It's like Lacey Green has got all that shit for coming over and not even changing sides, just saying like, you know what, I'm willing to talk to people.
Yeah. Yeah, that was
it's important that we
ridiculous.
talk to people, and I think it's important that we don't respond with just hate and aggression, and we have real conversations.
Yeah, she did get lambasted for it.
And everybody's down there on both sides of the fucking fence.
Yeah, and apparently she has to have security like full time now.
Yeah.
Like she had so many threats against her that she has to have like security with her, bodyguards with her all the fucking time.
Well, and there's another one that bothers the shit out of me. Is these people who are like, because some of their complaints about harassment are wrong, there is no harassment on the internet.
All right.
You know, it's like, no, yeah, sometimes people make up shit and they claim things that are harassment that aren't. But sometimes it really is harassment. You know, like,
Yeah. Sometimes it really is over the top and fucking horrible shit. You know,
and sometimes people are like, "Oh, I fucking hate you. I want to kill you, you whore, blah blah blah," and that's just stupid bullshit on the internet. But sometimes people are like, "Here's where you live. I have a Glock 19. I'm gonna shoot your ass."
Yeah.
Tomorrow.
Yeah. That's fucking credible. Yeah, that's credible, dude. Even if they are just trying to scare you, that's a fucking credible threat, dude.
And that's illegal. And that's like, no, you have to be able to say, look, man, regardless of what age the person is, if they're a kid, if they're an adult, if you're making credible threats or you're actively harassing people online, that is illegal. And there should be a way to find that person.
Right.
We should be actively trying to get those people out of any community or figure out who they are. But
yeah, for sure, man.
But you're just evil. You want to dox people, like
or people that considering disagreement to be harassment is just like I said, it's watering it down. Like now you're gonna lump that in with the fucking here's where you live. I got a Glock. Like that's not the same thing. It's not even fucking close. Not even the same discussion.
Like they've watered it down so much on the left that the right has just decided that it's never harassment.
Yeah.
Like we just don't believe you anymore at all because you've watered it down so much. It's almost like, look, you're doing this with rape. You're doing this with harassment. Look how bad it's gotten.
Yeah, you're literally calling words violence, dude. Yeah. Disagreeing, saying something even hurtful, out of a disagreement. That's violence. It's ridiculous, dude.
Well, I think both sides really need to remember you have to be willing to suspend your natural reaction to just dismiss anything you don't already believe or agree with.
Yeah, you got to continue to be open-minded, and that's gone out the window.
But you have to be willing to listen to somebody's idea and give it real credible thought. Like you have to allow it to have credence. And although you sit on the merits as opposed to that fucking bitch, look at her hair. I can't believe anything she said. Or chins.
I mean, I understand why that's tough to do because all the batshit crazy shit that fucking the SUWs tend to say. But you still have to listen to individual things and say, all right, oh, well, that's not that crazy. And then, that's another one that's just fucking batshit crazy. But you have to actually listen. You have to actually fucking think about it.
Give credit when they're right.
Yeah.
Because even a stop clock is right twice a day. Like sooner or later, you're going to come across something from like the left wing or the liberals or whatever group that you don't like. And they're going to be right. And you have to be like, well, you know what? On that one, they got it. I can't argue.
Okay. I just want to get the timestamp of when you said a stop clock is right twice a day.
Oh, there you go.
Instead of just a broken clock, but all right.
Oh, is it a broken clock? I may have gotten that phrase wrong. There you go. Mixing my metaphors and shit.
Stopwatch, just, you're timing somebody.
Oh, it makes sense, yeah. No, we're getting all fucking philosophical without the booze. That's what happens when you don't have the booze and you try to get philosophical. Shit don't work.
I just felt after correcting Stenchever's grammar or his spelling, I thought I had to call you.
Yeah, that was a fair point. That is a fair point. That was a shitty fucking grammar Nazi moment of mine. I can't help it though. I love doing it so much.
And honestly, normally that stuff His this time didn't bug me, but like it actually does kind of bug me when people use the wrong version of the word there, or shit like that actually bugs me.
Oh, I will tweet just that one word with the little star. Like when they use the wrong version of there, I'll just tweet back to them like there, but the correct version, and we'll star on it. I know it's annoying. I can't help it.
Yeah. No, that stuff actually does. Misspellings don't bother me. It's misuse of words. Like when they'll say should of or would of, and you're replacing the word should have or would have, which is should have or would have. So when they say should of or would of, that bugs me, dude.
What was the word that got me? Yeah, should have and would have. Yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah, because it's the abbreviation should have, would have. Again, apostrophe VE. And they're eliminating that and just saying should of, OF, as a separate word. And that's not, doesn't make any sense. Listen to that sentence and really think about it. Putting the word of there instead of the should have or should have doesn't make any fucking sense, dude.
Okay, here's this. Listen to the sentence, because you were talking about this, and this is a good.
Screen was back, by the way. I don't know if you noticed that. He said, "Once in a while, you're right. You can be right, Stabby."
Once in a while, I can be right. Most of the time, I'm an idiot talking on my ass.
Yeah, that's
here's a sentence I got from Twitter that just didn't make much sense at all to me, and we're taking it out of context, so to be fair. But I'm not going to say who it's from. Right. Making people constantly sit around and point out the obvious when something is legitimate is just foolishness and whataboutery.
What aboutery?
Whataboutery.
I've never heard that
whole word. It's not really a word, I don't think. I'm going to look it up on Google.
No, I'm trying to think of what that is.
Oh, it's a fallacy? Protesting at hypocrisy, responding to criticism by accusing one's opponent of similar or worse faults.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, so it actually is a thing. Yeah, I've never heard that before. Okay, yeah. Okay, that's got to be something that was relatively new. That did not exist 10 years ago. That fucking phrase, well, I'd be surprised.
I agree that that's a fallacy, though.
Mm-hmm.
I have to disagree. I have to say, man, if you're inconsistent with what you consider to be right and wrong, then you don't have any real standing to make a claim against them.
Well, yeah, it depends. I think they're talking more about they're not necessarily saying it back to the person accusing you, but they're saying, what about this other person over here? They did this, or that. I think that's what they're talking about.
Well, it was in reference to me pointing out that like Huey Farms and Encyclopedia Docs.
All right.
Oh man, that was loud typing. But a lot of these people who are shitting all over RPB didn't actually ever go after these other sites that dox people, and there's a bunch of other types.
Okay, yeah, no. Okay, when they were replying back to you, no, that doesn't make any sense.
They're saying it's whataboutery, and I'm like, this is really, I don't agree. But anyway, we shouldn't get onto that too much anyway.
Yeah. The person that used it there used it incorrectly, but it actually apparently is a real thing, a real word.
Yep, I was surprised. Google can be your friend, man. I was wrong. There you go.
Oh, that's the thing with language, is it's constantly evolving, dude.
Yeah, good point.
When you read fucking Shakespeare in original Shakespearean language, it's mostly recognizable, but not totally, dude. And that was from 500 years ago, and that's supposedly the same language.
Yeah, it's a fair point. Yeah, fucking, what was it? Y used to be a TH sound. So, like, people are always saying, like, ye old this and ye old that when they pronounce it. But really, if you pronounce it in the actual pronunciation they used at the time of the use of that word, it was actually the.
It was actually the older, yeah.
Yeah, the old or the old.
Yeah, it's weird how that shit changes, dude.
Yeah, TH replaced the Y in that making that sound, and Y started making the Y sound. Weird, isn't it?
Yeah, that is pretty crazy. Yeah, collab will be a word.
Yeah, I think that and then fucking white YouTube will be given credit for creating it too. That's son of a bitch.
That guy didn't actually die, did he?
Did that really? I was just joking, but apparently a lot of people really got on board with that joke. And it wasn't even my idea. It was from I was watching a Hangout, and I was like talking with people in the thing, and they're like, it'd be really funny if somebody tweeted Jem and said, "Hey, I'm really sorry that Whitey passed." And so I immediately went to do it, and then they were like asking me a question, like, "Why aren't you responding?" I'm like, "I'm busy tweeting this shit that you just said to tweet." So it got liked by some bigger people, and then it just sort of, I guess, flowered from there. I guess you would call it the Whitey is dead thing. So it wasn't my idea. It was definitely some other like more important people than me.
Yeah, no, I just remember. I can't remember who it was. I think it might have been Schmeckel. Was like, oh, if Whitey is actually dead, then I take all this back, and he's a great guy or whatever.
Yeah.
It was somebody on one of the on the country. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, that was all like, I think I tweeted the first tweet, but it got spread by a lot of other people.
Yeah, I'm telling you, man. Cult leader. That's your career path, dude. Cult leader.
I can't take advantage of people like that, man. I can't fucking lie.
Yeah, you can only do it as a shit posty kind of thing.
I can joke around and
right.
when it's not serious, but I can't be like, hey, baby, you're going to go to heaven if you suck the fucking poison out of my dick.
Right.
I just can't do that shit. Or, yo, man, God's going to love you. You just need to lighten your wallet and lighten your heart.
Yeah. Get rid of all your material possessions and give them to me.
I'll take them. I'll take the sin from you. Let me draw the sin out of your bank account. Fuck, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I couldn't even sell tires, man.
Yeah.
Because I would tell people, like, honestly, I'd be honest. I'd be like, look, man, these cheap tires are going to be just as good as these other fucking tires that cost you $20 more per tire. That could be a difference.
Yeah. No, I had trouble with that, too. That's why I was, fortunately, the companies I worked for, like, I knew the product was actually better. Like, Verizon, everywhere that I worked, that I sold Verizon's wireless service was better than everyone else's. You know, or when I worked for Liberty Mutual, I knew Liberty Mutual was a great company, you know, that took care of their fucking...
I got Liberty Mutual insurance, actually, believe it or not. I used to have Verizon phone, and I say, you're right, man. There were a number of times when I had Verizon, when I was on their service, that I would get service in places nobody else would.
Yeah.
Unless they were Verizon. So they had a lot of coverage.
Yeah, no, I knew that because we talked to a bunch of RVers and, you know, shit like that. So, you know, because Casa Grande, like where I live, is during the winter months, our fucking population essentially doubles with all the fucking RVers and shit.
The snowbirds.
Yeah, the snowbirds. Yeah, so, you know, I knew that I was selling a superior product. You know, if I wasn't, I wouldn't be able to do that because I would be honest, like, yeah, we're a little cheaper and their service is better. You know, I would probably try to spin it some way that didn't sound like that. Like, that's about as dishonest as I can get. You know, but, yeah, I'm not going to tell, like, yeah, our service is not as good. You know, I'm not going to tell you we're better than Verizon. You know?
Because it would be a blatant lie, and I feel like you're going to get more return customers if you're honest. And you give them exactly what you tell them you're going to give them, than if you fucking oversell shit. That just isn't very good.
Yeah, and I never had customers come back and fucking... You know, that's the other thing is like, dude, if you're still going to keep working there, these people will come back and get you. And I saw it to happen to other people, and I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. Why would you tell them that? Like you're locking somebody into a 2-year fucking contract. Don't lie about shit. That's fucking horrible.
Because that's 2 years you're going to have to deal with that guy, and he's going to be pissed.
Yeah.
And he's going to be pissed at you for good reason.
Right.
It's not going to just go away.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. It's like it's just not necessary.
Oh, hey, what's up, Akinaro?
Hey, there he is.
Yeah, but you're setting everybody in the store up for 2 years of hell from this guy who's mad as fuck for good reason.
Yeah.
It's
like
it
never made any sense to me. Yeah.
One of the fucking bullshit things about tires, like all tires are designed to channel water away from the tread and have good traction in the rain. They all are. Those ones with the special extra channel down the middle and shit don't really do anything. It's a very small difference in traction that you're going to get.
Yeah. It just looks kind of cool.
Yeah, it looks kind of cool, and a lot of people think it's really great. And you do get it is a noticeable difference in traction, but it's an extremely small difference in traction. You're not putting yourself at risk not having them.
Yeah.
And they will wear down way faster the rest of the year. So unless you're going to buy a special set of tires for like rainy season, it ain't really worth getting those.
Yeah, or change it out every time it rains or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like snow tires, there's a certain areas where like you got to have a set of snow tires that you change out at a certain point each year and just drive with those for like 6 months.
Right.
Especially like in places like Alaska and shit, where it's just like you're going to be driving on snow and you need tires with fucking metal studs, and you can only drive on the snow because you'll tear the roads up any other time of year, and they don't like that shit.
Right. Yeah, that shit's nuts, man. But yeah,
Akinaro gave blood. That's good, man. So you just gonna listen to no talking. All right, man. Well, that's cool. It's a good thing you gave
100 gallons of your blood. Okay.
I can't give blood. I'm terrified of needles. I'd pass the fuck out. Or I'd go into shock. I've almost got from getting shots.
Wow, that's yeesh. You know what? I used to have a real fear of needles. I remember having to get my blood taken, and then as soon as the needle hit, I fucking jumped, dude, and then I ended up with a huge fucking bruise on my arm.
I don't jump. I just start to pass out.
Wow, that's probably easier for him to take blood then at that point.
It's never been a case of jumping or moving, which is why I keep telling them not to fucking tell me when they're going to stick me, because if I look away and I put myself in a little bit of meditation, it works. But
yeah, like a trance. Yeah.
But there's been a number of times where it's it started off with, all right, we're going to put your head between your knees. Put your head between your knees.
Yeah, you know what? I was getting my finger lopped off. I ended up getting so many fucking shots, dude, that I just got over it, dude. Like it was unavoidable that they had, you have to continually give me a bunch of shots, dude. So I just basically got over it.
Yeah. Fucking Akinaro. Small note. It was for medic, not for other people. They don't deserve my blood.
Damn.
But there's been a couple times where after I've given blood, the nurse makes me sit down and starts taking my blood pressure, and a bunch of people come over and start checking me out. Because like I've almost gone into shock from stuff.
Wow.
So
that's pretty crazy, man.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Yeah, no, like I said, I was like that, but yeah, not after getting stuck so many times, dude. Like it literally, when I first messed up my finger, when I first chopped off part of my finger, they had to shoot Novocaine like into the webbing of my fingers like 5 fucking times, dude.
Oh wow!
Before it got numbed up enough where I couldn't feel it and they could actually work on it.
God damn, that's a lot of Novocaine.
Yeah. Well, it was a pretty severe, like, cut. Like, it basically cut, like, it cut a chunk out, like, it cut kind of like at an angle on the end of my finger, like, took off the fingernail completely, and cut kind of at an angle from right just behind where the fingernail is, like, down angle, and took off that whole chunk of my finger, or the top part of it. Like, all the way to the end of my finger was still technically there, but the whole top part of it was missing, the fingernail and everything. So, and also a little chunk from the middle knuckle, like the knuckle behind the end knuckle.
Is it sewed back on, or are you missing a big old chunk of one of your fingers?
It got the bone, the last knuckle or whatever, where my fingernail and all that was. That bone that was there got infected because it cut into the bone a little bit too.
At that point, you have to take it off. Real bad.
I had to have a couple surgeries to get it taken off.
Yeah. Because if they don't at that point, it can get to like other bones, right?
Yeah, it can spread to the rest of the body. Yeah. So basically, my middle finger on my right hand, I'm missing my finger up to the first knuckle.
Oh, that's so unfair.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if you're
offhand though.
Yeah, no, well, you get away with flipping people off, though. That's what's great about it. They're like, oh, let me see, and I'd flip them off. It's great, dude. Yeah, it actually comes in handy. Although, dude, this is funny. Like, for the longest time, like probably 10 years of my life, every single time I got my picture taken, I was like, hey, I'm flipping you off. This is what I do. And I would always use my stub to flip off the camera every single time my picture was taken. We were even at my friend's house, and his mom wanted to take a picture of all of us. I'm like, hey, every time I do this, all right? She's like, yeah, that's fine. Did not care at all. I just didn't have it up like normal. I just kind of have it down by my waist, but I was still flipping off the camera when I got my picture taken. Yeah,
that works for me. That's good. That's
yeah. So yeah, out there somewhere, there's a shitload of pictures of me flipping people off with my little fucking stub finger. Actually, I wonder if I can get it on camera, dude. I can probably show you. Because basically, when they took it off, when they operated on it, they used the flap of skin from the bottom of my finger to sew it up. So essentially, my fingerprint is now on the end of my finger instead of like underneath. Like they used that piece of skin to sew it up, like up and over, and sewed it up.
Oh damn! So it's like like a little skin envelope and shit.
Yeah. So essentially, again, if you're looking at the end of my finger instead of the bottom or the top or whatever, yeah, like if you're looking at it straight on, that's where my fingerprint is.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah, and then also right behind that, where I had I had a little chunk taken out on the second knuckle. So again, not where the fingernail is, but the next one in. That part where the chunk got taken out, they had to take a skin graft from my thigh, and graft over it to repair it. Ooh. So there's a chunk of my skin from my thigh right behind where that is.
I've heard that hurts a lot, getting skin grafts and shit. Does that really is it super painful?
Well, no, they shot me with the Novocaine before they did it. I don't remember feeling anything. Although
maybe it's just burn victims. I've always heard when people get skin grafts, it's super fucking painful, but maybe that's just burn victims.
Yeah, probably just burn victims. I didn't really notice anything about it, at all. Although it was, dude, when I was in the emergency room, and they had done the Novocaine or whatever on my finger, as I was kind of going into shock a little bit or whatever was happening, but like my legs were fucking bouncing up and down like uncontrollably, dude. Like I could not fucking stop, dude. They were just constantly bouncing, my legs, like bouncing and not really kicking, just kind of up and down really fast. Like it was pretty violent, dude. And they gave me a fucking shot of Valium. And I'm 16. I'm 16 years old when this all happened, by the way.
Oh, that was nice then.
Yeah, so I was freaking out, dude. Nothing like that. I mean, I had broken bones and that kind of shit. But anything
extra. Now, and I'm 37, man. Like, am I still going to be able to fap the same way and shit? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, but yeah, they gave me a shot of Valium. It didn't fucking stop me at all. I was still fucking doing it. They gave me a second shot of Valium. Still fucking going. I still couldn't fucking stop doing it. They were about to give me a third shot, and then finally, the second one kind of finally kicked in enough, and I stopped shaking, dude, and kind of passed out a little bit.
Nice.
But yeah, dude, it was crazy, dude.
No, when you're amped up that way, like, so it's interesting because I've seen that in real life in a lot of clients who are having like panic attacks or anxiety, and they take really heavy duty fucking anti-anxiety shit, and it barely fucking touches it. So I've seen that in action.
Yeah.
Not surgery, but
yeah. Yeah, and I wasn't used to that. I never, like before or since, never had something like that happen. But yeah, it's weird because, I thought like after they finally, cauterized it and did all the shit, wrapped it up. I couldn't feel it. Like they gave me a prescription for pain medication, and I'm like, well, it feels fine, and then sometime a few hours later, the Novocaine wore off, and holy shit, dude, it's the fucking worst pain ever, dude. It was fucking horrible. Like I was literally crying, dude. I was fucking crying. It hurt so bad, because I didn't take any of this.
Something,
huh?
Like phantom limb pain, where it feels like the finger is still there but really cramped up and.
Yeah, no, it was just well, no, they had cut into me and fucking, burned the fucking shit so that it wouldn't bleed anymore. So, and plus the fact that I had a piece of my finger chopped off, dude,
Well, I've heard people when they get their arm removed or something like that still feel there, but like it's pinched up and it's flexed and it really hurts.
Right. Yeah. No, I still get that because I'll send the signal of like bending that last knuckle, although it's not there. So yeah, I can kind of feel it when I do that.
Yeah.
And I had nightmares for a while, dude. I had fucking nightmares pretty regularly for a while. But yeah, dude, I was, it's kind of funny when it happened later in my life, but like I didn't have any interest in taking the fucking painkillers. I'm like, it's not hurting, I don't care. But yeah, literally, man, fucking intense pain. And then, I finally took the painkillers and it went away a half an hour later, but that half an hour was just fucking agony, dude. Like I wish the doctors would have been a little more specific on what the fuck would happen there. And told me, like, hey, if you feel it at all, take the fucking pills. Don't wait till it fucking hurts so bad.
Yeah. I had a similar thing with the abscess when I had an abscess from a tooth that broke. Where it's just like, you're in so much pain, you just can't function. It's just, you're done until you get something to help.
I'm sorry, I'm reading the chat now, dude. Fuck you guys.
Oh, yeah. I didn't want to interrupt your story, but yeah, I thought those were pretty good. Get a metal finger, ask the doctor to shake the finger like a dick.
Yeah. It was funny because they did make a little thing, like a little covering for it. But I lost that a long time ago. They mold it and then whatever it is, and then it hardens and fits right on my finger. Because it does hurt like a motherfucker. If I stub this finger, goddamn. It's fucking like I'd rather get kicked in the dick, dude. Not the balls, really? But I'd rather get kicked in the dick, dude.
Really, that's interesting, man.
Yeah.
I would not have expected that.
Well, the fingerprint is pretty sensitive, and that's what's on the end of my finger, dude.
I don't know, man. My hands are. I don't know. I worked in an auto shop when I was younger, so maybe my hands are just toughened up. But I don't really.
Yeah, well, no, just anybody's fingertips are the most sensitive. So it's, that's lopped over the end of it. So if I hit that, not only am I hitting the end of something that was chopped off, but my fingerprint's there to really register it.
Weird. Okay, I've just never experienced like I one time I got my I forget what it was, but my thumb was between a metal bar and like a fence closure thing that was like a little metal pillar on the edge of the fence, and some dude jump kicked it, and so it put like a half-inch circular hole in the tip of my thumb, and it was maybe a quarter-inch deep, like a hole. Just essentially just pushed the skin in like a hole punch.
All right.
And it didn't. I mean, it hurt, but it didn't really hurt that bad. So I don't know. I just. Maybe I'm just wondering if maybe I'm
it may be different. It may just be the fact that there's another bone that's
probably because it got cut off.
Yeah. Plus the bone that is there now, it's just a second knuckle instead of the end knuckle, is probably not one that's designed to take any kind of fucking direct hit.
That makes sense. I can get that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not doubting your pain. I just I'd have no experience with that, so I have no way of like. Oh man, you go around in Okinawa talking about putting a vibrator in that finger so you can your women with it. Good God, man.
I wonder if I can get this on camera and fucking show you. I got to remain anonymous, but let me see if I can fucking show you guys the finger. All right, let's see. I'm gonna be off to the side, so let me see if I can do this.
All right, I'll hover over your camera. I can turn it off too if it starts to show your face. I'll do it real quick. Okay, yeah, there you go.
See, those are all my fingers.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Back. Yeah, see? Fuck you guys. Fuck you guys.
Careful, you get your face a little in there. You get in the edge of your face.
Oh, shit. Can't have that. Yeah, that's my whole finger, dude.
Oh, damn. Fair enough.
Yeah.
You didn't get anything more than just the bare edge of your face, right?
Yeah. I wonder if it... Hold on, let me try to do the end piece and see if you can actually see the fingerprint. Probably not, I'm guessing, but let me try it again here. All right.
If you're, let's see. Let me select you here. The fingerprint doesn't come out, but it does look like a fingertip. It's just kind of blurry. I don't know.
I'm trying to see. It's cameras. It's just the camera from the laptop. You can't see the fingerprint though. Let me see if I can.
No, not really.
Fuck it. It's worth a shot, dude.
All right, there we go. Yeah, well, I can know you need to be anonymous because the shit that you say, man, people might investigate your ass. We're still not sure sometimes.
Oh, man. I accidentally shrank my finger. Fucking
Washed it. You wash it with too hot of water sometimes. It's like, whoa, you can't wash it in hot water.
Damn.
Oh, you remember that? I haven't worn jeans in so long, but I remember you used to have to buy jeans like a size too big.
Yeah, they would
shrink on you. Wash them and they'd shrink on you.
It's like a dick moving toward your face. Oh, sorry. Yeah, they would shrink to. You were supposed to like wear them or whatever when they were wet or something weird shit like that.
Yeah, I don't remember. Yeah,
shrink to your size or whatever.
But I remember when I was a little kid, I'd get jeans and put them on in the store, and I'd be like, "Oh, these fit perfect." And then later on, I'd wear them like after like they went through the wash. I'm like, "Why don't these fit anymore?"
Right. Oh shit! I didn't show the skin graft either, did I? Skin graft on the back of my finger.
Oh yeah.
Anybody give a shit? Engelhart or Akinaro? Do any of you guys give a shit?
Since it's on the back of my finger. About our audience, man. I don't know. This is a new thing.
Right.
Is that how you build an audience?
Flipping them off. Yeah, I don't. Well, you probably, you can't. If you couldn't see the fingerprint, you're not going to probably not going to be able to make that out either.
No, probably not going to be able to see that level of detail, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's really there's only a slight discoloration along the edges, so yeah.
Akinaro says, I have my lube ready, and Engelhart has star, gives shits, star. Oh, man.
Oh, man. Follow me on Twitter. I'll post it to Twitter.
Yeah, if you take a picture, that might actually come out a lot better.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Because, I know this.
Attitude booty, right?
Right, yeah. That's DOOKP, like Peter, OOTIE.
Like that? Am I correct in the chats there?
You got it. Yeah, if I have to.
If you have to.
Shut up, dude. Oh wait.
Engelhart, you have the DM, you have the join thing in your DMs, man, and you're not joining us. Twitter is probably something I'm better. I probably should stop using Twitter if it wasn't for like just retweeting out the shows and stuff.
Yeah, well, I try to go onto the use Minds because I like it because there's obviously you can type a hell of a lot more than 140 characters. But then like the people that I follow are just end up doing shit almost only on Twitter, so I end up going back to Twitter.
It's so not user friendly yet. Like they didn't. At least it's. I can't figure out how it works really. It's so complicated to me.
Yeah. No, it's still in beta or whatever. So I think they're working on that shit. But yeah, it's the same issue with VidMe. Like the search fucking functionality is shit. It just it's got a good. Mine's I think is a lot closer to being where it should be or needs to be than VidMe or any of the other ones are. But it's still got a ways to go.
Akinaro prefers ravens or hawks with messages over Twitter. It took me a minute to get the joke, but I got it. Not bad. Not bad, Akinaro.
Oh, man. What was I watching? I think it was Family Guy where they were doing a thing. It was actually an episode I'd never seen where he ends up buying a farm and then they end up just cooking meth instead of raising animals. And then they're delivering that. Yeah, I had never seen it before, dude, until like a couple of nights ago. And basically like he was using pigeons to deliver the meth. And like it shows the pigeon or whatever bird, pigeon, I assume it was. Like the bird comes in, delivers the meth to the guy, and the guy was like, "All right, now I want you to take this back to Peter," and he gives him like a roll of money. And then the fucking bird looks at it, and then they do a cutaway to the fucking bird on a jet ski. Like he fucking took the money and just fucking bought a jet ski with it.
Oh, that shit goes down. Let's see. It's the 20th episode of the 11th season. I don't think I've ever seen that. I thought I watched all of Family Guy. That's a trip.
No, I was surprised too because it was the first time in a very long time that it was an episode I hadn't seen. Because my son especially fucking watches it. It's like Family Guy, Bob's Burgers, and fucking. Well, that's pretty much it. Family Guy, Bob's Burgers is like almost all he watches.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly watching that shit too. And yeah, literally, I was like, holy shit, I haven't seen this one.
Oh, I wonder, man. Makes me wonder, like, how did I miss that shit? I don't know. Maybe I stopped watching Family. I did stop watching Family Guy a little while ago. Is the 11th season like a recent one?
I have no idea. I don't know what. I never pay attention to what season a show is, dude. Unless it's early on. Like
Okay.
the Rick and Morty, like I know season 3 just ended, and it kind of sucked.
I think I might have only made it to like season 9 or 10. So I might have missed it because I hadn't gotten to season 11.
Yeah, and that may be the other thing is the fact that I only watch it on Cartoon Network. I never watch it on Fox or whatever where it originally airs. I only watch the reruns on Comedy Central on fucking Cartoon Network.
Yeah,
so
usually that's right when I catch it. That and American Dad.
Right. Yeah. And I'm that way with that. Bob's Burgers, same thing. I only watch it on the reruns.
Oh, we got 6 viewers now. I gotta say, man, that's fucking huge step, huge milestone for us. It's over that quick.
Well,
that was worth mentioning.
Hold on, there's me, there's you, there's Stenchever, there's Englehart, there's Akinaro. So there's someone else beyond that watching? Please, whoever you are, please step forward and identify yourself.
Say hey in the chat, man.
Say hey.
If we made fun of you in the title, we'll even explain it. You can save yourself the trouble of watching the whole stream later.
Yeah, and don't worry, we stopped talking about you a long time ago. So if that's what you're here for, yeah,
we're done.
We did not.
Sorry,
yeah, we don't dwell on shit. We don't go on for 4 hours about something like that.
Good God, no. We'll just talk about it in several other episodes over and over and just repeat the same shit.
Akinaro, please go away. Save yourself.
Ron, it's good advice.
Yeah.
To be fair.
Yeah.
Akinaro might find you and take you home in his van, and it's over then.
Yeah. And depending on how young you look.
That's obviously a good point. Yeah. If it's Opal.
Mm-hmm. All right.
We'll put you on the stream if it's Opal. You're funny.
Not always intentionally. I must have scared him off. God damn it.
Oh, no, I still have 5 viewers on mine, so I haven't lost the viewer yet. Darn it.
Actually, me, you. No, that's it, though. That's me, you, Akinaro, Stenchever, and Englehart. It was 6. It was 6 for a minute there.
Yeah, I can't even see the participants. Why can't I ever see the participants? God damn it.
Yeah, it seems if anyone should, it would be you.
You would think, huh?
Yeah.
No, they don't fucking let me see shit because Hangouts are fucking awesome.
Yeah. That's why I want to know not why, but who the hell is my one subscriber? Like, I've literally never made videos. So I'd like to know who the hell was my one. Oh, was it? Okay.
I might have subscribed. I do that occasionally to people that don't make videos because I think it's funny. And then I forget. Your YouTube is Day Trois Qua, right?
Yeah, same thing. Yeah, so that's got to be what it is, dude.
Oh no, this one shows videos on it.
Well, I mean, I have like lists and shit, but I never made any. Although I think all that's private. I think all my shit's set to private though.
Yeah, you just have a home button. You don't have like videos or anything.
Yeah,
you have 2 subs now, by the way. I wasn't subbed, so I subbed anyway, just because I could.
Yeah, although maybe it's you and Untitled. Maybe that's what it is.
Is it Untitled Studios? I don't think it is, man.
You just sub with both of your channels.
I wouldn't. To be fair, I wouldn't count that out as a possibility.
Mm-hmm.
That is entirely possible.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah. We'll figure it out.
Nope, but now you have 3 subs.
Yeah.
Just because you know fucking why not.
I should have known better than to mention that on air. Whatever you do, don't subscribe to me. If I get 5 subscribers, I'm going to feel obligated to make videos. So don't subscribe to me.
Yep.
That'll work.
Yeah, really.
A little reverse psychology on you fuckers. I'm gonna be the person that has the most subscribers with no videos, dude. Although I imagine there's probably
Carrot, I think, probably has that.
Oh yeah, that's
wait,
right.
no, I think he has like 2 videos.
Oh, gotcha.
Carrot is one of those people that disappeared. I wonder if he just stopped. Like he was just like, I'm going to create a new profile and just fuck the old one and just move on.
Yeah, it could be. Yeah, that's an interesting idea, Hakanara. Yeah, or get pictures of fruit. Like a lot of people have fruit that looks like genitalia. A real close up of the fruit, next to your actual junk. They're like, hey, none of these are real. You can't tell.
Just
prove that's really my cock.
Super close up of some nut skin or something as your profile pic.
Yeah, like is this my scrotum or is this turkey skin? You can't tell. Which is exactly the same.
Could be my elbow, could be my balls. You don't know. I'm old. Shit happens. Someone must have ate carrots as I'm that would be really sick, man. Carrot was cool. Maybe Carrot got some dick.
Yeah.
Maybe he like, he's fucking some dude and he's like, I got no time for YouTube. This is a full-time job.
Yeah. He's finally got some action, dude. Found another dude to spend his life with. That's sweet.
Oh, yeah.
You're one of the ones that thought Carrot was a chick for the longest time too, right?
Well, the stuff you would say, like I held hands with some guy and then I got all warm and tingly all over for like an hour afterwards. I was just like, holy shit.
You know what? I based it on just his little cutesy. He would spell hi with like 2 eyes. Hi. Like that's why I thought he was a chick, dude.
Yeah, I don't care. It doesn't really matter. I'm not one of those dudes.
No, I was just surprised. Yeah, no, I'm not saying it in a judgmental way. I was just like,
no, I'm saying there's like these dudes that you see on Twitter and in like hangouts who are like, oh, chick, hey, baby, you're so fine.
Oh,
it's like,
right.
But you don't even know what they look like, you fucking wacko.
Yeah, that is fucking bizarre, dude. Yeah.
Why are you hitting on this chick? Like, really, how desperate are you?
Yeah, it's really fucking... Ugh.
Makes me think if I pretended to be a chick, I might get some fucking money. Hey, baby, yeah.
Yeah, become a cam girl, man. What's your problem?
Became Austin Powers, which just means that would not work for me because my impression of a chick was, "Hey, baby, yeah." I'm like, yeah, no, Austin Powers is not getting the dudes to think he's a chick. No, that's not going to work out. I go Hearth Witch Hunt 2017. Damn, Skippy, man, fucking, it's all about the witch hunt, baby.
Yeah.
That shit just makes me so mad. I don't know why, man. Maybe I just got like a thing for the little guy. Because there's been times when I've defended people that genuinely were like not good people. I see people dogpiling and I'm like, you know what? Fuck all of y'all. You're all assholes.
Right.
And then later on I'm like, oh, maybe that guy was an asshole. But I still think it wasn't cool.
Yeah. Like Ogre? No, I'm just kidding.
Like Ogre.
I want to constantly bring up Ogre.
Here's some getting real. My dad's a super, super alcoholic, has been all his life. Ogre reminds me a lot of my dad. So I had like a kind of like, it's like my dad, man. If he's sober, he's cool.
Yeah. No, I understand, dude. I get it.
I felt a little kinship that wasn't really there.
Yeah. I gotta quit bringing it up, dude. That's enough.
Oh no, bring it up all you want. It doesn't matter. It's never gonna offend me.
Yeah, you've realized since then, obviously. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You know, and like Crazy Hair. Crazy Hair is a cunt. I get it. I forgot about the whole like fucking illegally recording people shit.
Right.
I tend to want to think the best of people, and I'm sure Inglehearth right now is just looking at his computer like, fucking, what did he say? But I really do. I try to give people the benefit of the doubt and like.
Yeah. No, that's fine. I mean, like, you're at least you reevaluate though too. Like that's the thing. You don't go with your first impression and just stick with it. You know, you actually realize like, oh, okay, maybe that person is a cock, or maybe that bitch is crazy. So yeah, that's good. At least as long as you have that going on, dude, you'll be all right.
Well, the random throwing of the dick is something I couldn't really defend. I mean, other than the fact that like really a lot of people do that shit, which doesn't make it okay. You know,
yeah, it's definitely unacceptable. No matter how often it happens.
When no one wants you to pull your dick out is definitely a not cool move.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't even see that.
Why are you not in the hangout, sir? you are so busy in the chat right now.
Yeah, you're more
Are you
active than when you're on here.
Put the girl on the show, man. We need girls on the show too.
Yeah, no, he's making the girl listen to it, and he's just talking shit about. Look at these fucking losers yammering to themselves.
You should get one of the twins to come over to your place sometime and come on the show with us. I'm sure that would be entertaining.
Yeah. Put them on. Let them be the cam girls.
No, Engelhardt is not drunk. He was at my house like an hour ago, or half an hour ago. Well, he might be drunk. He might have gotten drunk in that period of time.
Yeah,
I'm endlessly curious about this viewer.
He could have done what all the young kids are doing nowadays and taken the alcohol anally, so it absorbs faster and more intensely.
God, that fucking tampon thing. I'm not really keen to put anything up my ass. I don't want to drink up my ass and not taste the liquor. Because some of it tastes good, and I don't drink the stuff that doesn't taste good. So why would I fucking want to do that?
Really bizarre, dude. Really fucking weird.
I should say I never really drank the bad stuff. I should say I don't drink anymore, so I can't say in the current.
Right. But yeah, I guess all generations have some crazy, wacky shit they did, I guess. Trying to remember what ours was, but I'm sure there was something.
Let's see.
Maybe the super baggy clothes? But that's not that bad.
Super baggy clothes. There's a lot of drinking games that were kind of stupid. One of the things, speaking of generations that do stupid shit, Akinar likes putting toilet paper in his ass. Yeah, everybody likes doing that. You gotta clean that butthole. Nobody wants a dirty butthole. Well,
it can't just be clean on the outside. Yeah, you gotta be clean on the inside too, man.
You gotta get a little bit in. It's just not all the way in.
Oh my God! Did you ever see that fucking what was it called? Obsession or My Secret Obsession or whatever? There was a chick that was so freaked out about being clean that she would actually take a toothbrush and shove it up her ass and scrub the inside of her asshole before she shit.
Before?
To try to before and after. Sorry.
And after. Oh wow.
Yeah. Like she was that fucking crazy about being clean or whatever that she would scrub the inside of her fucking asshole with a toothbrush.
I don't think I'm gonna be able to shit for a week now. My asshole is tight. So fucking tight right. Fucking scrubbing your butthole out with a toothbrush. God damn, inserting.
Yeah. Well, there's some weird ones. Have you ever seen that show? I think it's My Strange Obsession, or
I don't know if this was My Strange Obsession, but I remember seeing this one where some chick fucking would brush her hair with cum, brush her teeth with cum, would drink it, would add it to her food.
Yeah, I saw one like that with urine, where she would drink her piss and fucking use it.
I saw the one where she drank her piss too. Oh.
Yeah, and brush her teeth with piss, yeah.
Oh, and
that makes a little more sense than fucking jizz, because I
imagine it gives you a feeling of sexual power. As the chick, you're getting all these guys to give you cum, so you must be desirable and you have power over them.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I can think of. I don't know, man. I just
prefer to think they're crazy and not wonder about their ultimate motivation.
Yeah, I think they're just out of their fucking mind.
Put nails in her ass. Jesus Christ. I assume you're talking about
up with nice. Oh God.
I assume you're talking about nails, like hammer and nails, and not fingernails, or at least I hope not.
Yeah, I used to.
Would that really be worse? Who knows?
Well, I used to live with a dude that would show me you. Sometimes it'd just be an awesome picture, and sometimes it'd be a terrible picture. So it was like living with the what is it? The Reddit game where you click on a thing and it's either boobs or it's gore.
Yeah. Oh, right.
But you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, it was living with that. And so, one time he shows me this video, and it's a chick nailing her own tits to a board, and you're just what the fuck is wrong with you?
Oh, tacks. You're talking about thumbtacks, dude.
Oh, push pins.
Push pins or thumbtacks?
Yeah, push pins or thumbtacks.
Yeah. Jesus, that's fucking worse. I'd rather have fucking nails up my ass, dude.
So Engelhardt finally joined the call.
The fuck are you guys talking about?
Just whatever, man. Like,
yeah,
you always leave before it gets weird, man. I don't understand. It's too bad.
Yeah, stop coming on our show and keeping us sane. Let us get fucking weird, man.
No. I won't stay long then.
No.
Well, we usually have a couple of conversational topics, and then shit just gets out of hand. You know?
Yeah, it's very much a stream of consciousness. Wherever it leads us is where it leads us.
It's very disturbing. It's very disturbing.
Yeah, if you go back and listen to it, like, it makes sense. You know, it's not anything really out of the blue. But yeah, we always kind of end up at a weird fucking spot, dude. You've been along for plenty of them too. It's not that fucking different.
Which is why anybody who clicked on our hangout for the title is going to be mightily confused, because we just started talking about people fucking nailing tits to a board and putting thumbtacks in their butt, you know?
Yeah, scrubbing their fucking sphincters, dude, with a fucking toothbrush.
And I was just going to speak my piece and leave, but that was amazing.
You got to have something, man.
Nope. I'm just going to leave you blue balled. Have fun with that.
Oh, you bastard. Well, you know, Engelhardt likes to fucking put mustard in his ears or something. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah. He has 48 piercing of his urethra, dude.
48. Yeah. That's right. One for every state of the union.
Yeah. The Continental. He leaves out Alaska and Hawaii.
Wait, there's more than 48 states?
Fuck, I gotta get 2 more of them.
I gotta learn 2 more states. How about unconscious? No. Oh, man.
Damn, I'm trying to think of some of the other ones that I saw in there. But, yeah, there's fucking... I know. Well, there was the one where the dude was in love with his car, which I think was fucking bullshit. You know?
I've seen like a Saturday Night Live thing where the guy had like a car you could fuck.
Wow.
Saturday Night Live's good. I've seen a skit from some show where like the dude had like a pussy installed in the car.
Oh, that's insane, dude. But no, this guy was like fucking just laying underneath it and like fucking making out with the bumper. Like, it wasn't anything like... It's just fucking weird, dude.
Oh, okay. I was wondering if, like, he was fucking the exhaust pipe, and that was just, like, you know, essentially like a rip-off of that Saturday Night Live clip. But no, he's actually making shit. That's funny.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
I don't know that I buy that.
Yeah, I'm looking at the My Strange Obsession ones now. There was 5 ounces of baby powder a day. They snort 5 ounces of baby powder a day. That was one of them. One about laxatives. Come on. Eats your hair follicles?
Yeah, people that eat their own hair, people that eat, like, there's a chick that ate mattresses and chick that ate rocks and shit.
Although I remember...
It sounds on the one that ate rocks. That was...
Yeah, that's fucking weird. What was the other one? There was a girl, like, in India or something who was one of the ones that she would eat her hair, but she ate so much of it that because hair doesn't really break down, other than like fire is really the only thing that really effectively destroys hair. Yeah. They literally, like, it was literally her entire stomach was filled up with hair and nothing else could get in. They fucking pull it out and it's literally a stomach shaped clump of hair, dude, that they pulled out of her.
Oh, that's so nasty.
Yeah, that's fucking weird, man.
Well, one of the things that's interesting is that those people don't, like, the people that just eat random stuff, like eat hair or eat couches or eat fucking wall plaster or rocks, like, they are harming themselves. Why are they allowed out?
Yeah, yeah.
Should somebody have put them in, like, a home where they can't get to that stuff?
Yeah, this one, dude, I'm looking at fucking gasoline. The bitch was drinking gasoline. How do you not fucking commit somebody that's doing that?
Akinura had the callback joke. So she could take a brush, put it in her ass, and brush those hairs.
Nice.
I gotta admit, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, eating glass. Oh yeah, it was a guy that would eat fucking light bulbs and shit, dude.
And we lost our extra viewer. We finally went too far. brushing the hairball in your stomach through your asshole is too far, apparently.
That's what did it? That's the one stench ever? That was too much?
Well, stench ever might have just disconnected. I was saying like the extra, like we had Ingvar, Akinaro, stench ever, and one other.
Oh, I got you. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I can picture that in my head, man. That's hilarious. I've seen fucking weird hentai where like the tentacles go in and come out the mouth. That shit's funny.
What the
fuck? Who's jacking off to that? It's like, that's hot.
Yeah, that's amazing. What the hell? Barbara thinks about death at least 12 hours a day. That's just fucking stupid. I mean, it sucks for her, but teddy bear obsession. 12 teddy bears she calls her children. Eating cleanser. Oh, yeah, like Comet cleanser. This fucking bitch would eat Comet cleanser. That was fucking bizarre.
It's actually poisonous, though. Like, it's not good for you.
I don't know, man. That's pretty caustic shit, dude. I think it is, dude. Like Comet? Like the shit that you scrub your toilet with? I think that's pretty caustic, dude.
Some of the stuff, most of the stuff in Comet you actually find in food. It's just the concentration is bad for you.
Oh, okay. So it's just gritty shit. Okay. I thought it was actually chemicals of some kind.
I want to say it's boric acid, but boric acid is found in a lot of foods.
All right. Yeah. So I assume it's just, again, something that's somewhat gritty that helps you scrub shit off of the toilet. Cigarette ashes. Oh, my God. All right. Bianca eats pottery up to 150 hours a month. 4 years ago, she started eating cigarette ashes.
Oh, when I was a little kid, they used to catch me eating cigarette butts all the time, like when I was like barely able to walk.
Oh, wow. That's crazy. Says Bianca's 1-year-old son also tries to eat pottery. Eesh. That's terrible.
Calcium carbonate, calcium hydroxide, sodium carbonate, green 7, which is colorant, some fragrant, probably not good for you. Sodium linear, that's probably not good for you. Alkali or alkyl benzo there's words. I'm going to share this. But yeah, you're right. It does have some pretty gnarly shit in there.
Yeah, I was going to say, because I thought I remembered. I thought I remembered having like my hands be all red and shit after cleaning, you know, like a sink or something, and getting that shit on my hands. I'm
thinking. I think you can buy like there's another thing that's like a knockoff Comet, but it's just like a scrubber that's not the same. I forget what it's called. But I'm pretty sure like some of this stuff, the disinfectant, the bleach, and the sodium linear, whatever this is, sulfonate stuff is probably not too great for you.
Right. Yeah.
Now I'm curious. Oh, it's borax. That's what I'm thinking. Borax.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh yeah, did you see this? This is kind of funny. Like it's a little off topic, but I thought it was kind of a silly, fun thing. This already somebody tried to do it in like 2014 and it failed. But there's a plan to divide California into 3 new states.
Oh wow!
Billionaire Tim Draper keeps doing it. He did it in 2014. It didn't work. Let's see. I can't see the picture of it anymore. There was a picture at one point, but essentially it'd be like Northern California, Southern California, and then like the coast of Southern California would be the 3rd state.
All right.
So,
if you could break like separate and put San Diego and LA in 2 separate states, that'd be all right.
I think it essentially did. Like so, essentially like. Oh no, it didn't put them in 2 different states. So essentially, it's like Northern California from like San Francisco to Oregon would be the 1 state, and then all the coastal areas, so LA and like San Diego and stuff on the southern coast, were all their own little state. But they have the population; they just wouldn't have the landmass. And then all the southern part of the state, where they do a lot of agriculture, would have been separated from the
coast. Yeah. From the big cities.
So, like, that would be
not
like
necessarily
the red that would come out of it, for sure.
Yeah, I was going to say. It would definitely cut.
It would probably end up being a red state on the northern part too.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
Pretty sure the only state that would have enough of a, because without LA and San Diego, there's no way the state would be blue.
Yeah. There's such a ridiculous amount of people that live in the Los Angeles area that it's going to fucking dominate, even with the other huge cities in California, because there are a lot of big cities in California. Obviously, I think they have like 5 or 6 of the top 25 population.
Oh, Akinara wants to know what the point of separating California. If you separated California, you would separate out something like 52. What do you call it?
Electoral college votes.
It might even be 60. You separate a lot of electoral college votes, and a lot of them would go conservative, and less of them would go Democrat. So it would essentially be like gerrymandering on a pretty massive scale. It would not be good. It's not going to work though. Like there's multiple times like people have tried to secede and they've tried to fucking split the state. It's not going to fucking work. In fact, there was a push when California first got formed that tried to make it into 3 states.
Wow.
Because they thought it was just too big land-wise. That's what happened with like all the north and south, east and west states. A lot of those were just like originally like one territory, and they wanted statehood. And they're like, no, you got to be 2 states. We don't want you having all that power in one state. So you're going to be north and south kind of thing.
Yeah, well, California, they have the most. They're 55. Second is New York with 31.
Yeah, so you'd be taking 55 electorate votes that almost always go blue into like the liberal presidential election, and probably taking we'll just assume like 2/3 of it and giving it all to the conservatives essentially.
Right. Is that who's doing it? A Republican's the one that's suggesting it?
Yeah, well, because Northern California, once you get out of like San Francisco area, is a little more conservative. Like as you're going
right.
Because there's a lot of agricultural areas, and agricultural areas tend to be more conservative.
Yeah, right.
And a lot of rich people that retire there. We get a lot of rich people retiring to Northern California, like especially celebrities. And while they may claim they're Democrats in the public eye, they're usually registered.
No, it's kind of like Maryland. Well, not quite the same thing, but in Maryland, like there's people that are, for political reasons, claim they're a Democrat because they will not elect a Republican in Maryland. Yeah, it's crazy. All right. Oh shit, dude! I got another one. This is an interesting, strange addiction. Unless you want to keep going on this, dude. But
go for it.
All right. My strange addiction: widow eats husband's ashes.
That's weird.
Yes, dude. That's I guess that's some kind of coping mechanism thing, but that's fucking.
Free. He just wants to be free. He's dead. You can't let him free.
He's not going to be there if I eat him. What the fuck, bitch? And stop eating him. Oh, furries. Okay. Yeah. Everyone knows about furries. There's the one about rock. 2 pounds of rock a day? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. The rock chick was crazy as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good question. What happens when she eats all of the ashes? Like, what does she do then?
Yeah.
Does she like find other people's fucking dead relatives to eat? Like,
did she offer to fucking cremate other bodies? Like, hey, I'll cremate your dead relatives' bodies if I can keep some of the ashes.
Akinaros just get married and kill husband, eat him again.
Find a terminally ill man and marry him, or not. You can just kill him. But preferably, you'd find somebody that was already terminally ill and marry him.
Oh, women can have a lot of mysterious dead husbands before they stop getting more. On average, you can get about 3 or 4 dead husbands that died mysteriously if you're a woman before people stop marrying you.
Yeah, takes a little while. People catch on eventually.
Exactly. I mean, eventually it stops working, but it works for a while.
Yeah. All right. This lady eats 900 cat treats a day. That's fun.
I don't know. That's like whatever, man. Like you're in.
Yeah.
At least it's food.
Right. It might be disgusting food generally, but it's drywall. Eating
I
drywall.
used to, when I was in high school, I would chew on dog treats, but I also wore like a dog collar and shit. I'm a weird kid.
Oh wow.
And they weren't good.
Wow.
They were just kind of bland. They weren't terrible though. They were just like there was no flavor.
Yeah, no, I remember trying it. Like me and my friend trying the cat treats for some reason, but we're like 5 or 6 years old. Yeah, mothballs. Jesus Christ, eating mothballs.
Oh, I never did that. That sounds awful.
Yeah, what's the next one?
Damn.
Eating tape. Jesus Christ. 18 ounces of nail polish a week. Wow, that cannot be good for you.
Oh, did you see the one with the air freshener?
Air freshener? No.
Yeah, it's crazy. She like sprays it directly into her mouth and shit, or she'll like collect it in a glass and drink it.
Wow.
She goes through something like 20 bottles a week or some crazy amount of air freshener. I mean, it's only like a buck or two a bottle, so it's not like it's super expensive, but she drinks a lot of air freshener.
That's insane, dude.
Yeah, there's one streamer that I watch their YouTube channel because she just does like funny react stuff, and I get to see a lot of wacky stuff. Sniper Wolf.
Yeah.
And she has a lot of like weird, like she watches like Strange Addictions and does like commentary on like a little snippet of it, so you get all the good parts.
All right.
A lot of these crazy videos without having to watch all the filler.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Because like an episode of My Strange Addictions is what, like 20 some odd minutes of footage when it's like, you know, stripped and put on YouTube without the commercials.
Yeah.
But it's, you know, really, there's like 5 minutes that you really want to see it for. So when I watch like the Sniper Wolf character, you know, I get to see that 5 minutes that I really wanted to see in the first place.
Right. Cut out all the fucking bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah. Although I'll tell you what, best YouTube channels that I found recently that I'm really, really liking are Patty Mayo and Bounty Hunter D. And so for Akinao and for anybody who's listening who might not be aware, the way it works in the U.S. is you get arrested and you might get the opportunity to use bail. And essentially what it is you're giving the government a large sum of money in a surety that you will show up to court, and then they don't have to hold you in jail for like 3 or 4 months until your court date. So everybody wins, and if you don't show up, they keep the money, and that's the motivation. Essentially, you're paying a large sum of money that you will get back if you show up to court, promising you'll show. And usually what happens is people go through bail companies because a lot of the time bail is set at insanely high amounts that no rational human could ever afford. Like very, very few people can afford it. You know, it's like $100,000 or $50,000. So you have to go through a bail company where you give them a couple grand, they front the rest of the money, but you have to agree that they can that you check in with them every week. They can search you at any time. You won't do drugs or alcohol. You won't associate with anybody who's criminal, or they can rearrest you themselves and take you back to jail and revoke your bail bond.
Bail. Yeah, it's generally 10%, I believe, is what they usually charge, right?
Yeah, something like that. And so these are two guys who basically are going after people that skipped out on their court date, started selling drugs, or whatever. And they're not cops, but they do illegally have the right to go and arrest these people and take them to jail and revoke their bond. So they dress like cops. They put on like bulletproof gear. They got like cuffs and fucking badges, and they carry guns and tasers and all the whole Megillah. And they are fucking hilarious. They are ridiculous. They will just like say shit because it's funny. And like later on, they'll be like on there, like, I told that guy I was going to do that. I can't actually do that. That's illegal. Don't ever do that if you're a bounty hunter. Like, I'm going to search that car anyway. What are you going to do now? You're in the back of mine, bitch. It's like, what the fuck? Or they'll like get on back up with people trying to figure out why they didn't go to court. Or like, at one point, this guy was, they were putting the cuffs on, and the guy kept rubbing the one guy's hand with his finger. And the guy was like, look, I will tase you if you rub my hand with your finger one more time. We are not joking with you, motherfucker. It is. They're right. They'll chase each other with the tasers and like try to tase each other and shit.
Jesus, dude.
It's fucking, and everybody they arrest that they show is just fucking nutty. It is the greatest shit on YouTube, and they're like little 10, 15-minute videos. It's great.
What was the name of it again?
One of the channels is Patty Mayo, Patty, and then the next word is Mayo, Mayo, and then Bounty Hunter D, just the letter D after Bounty Hunter.
All right.
And sometimes they work together, sometimes they work alone, just depending on who they're going after and what kind of crime they committed. Because somebody who like shot somebody, they want to take both people so that it's safer, kind of thing.
Yeah, I gotcha. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna check them out, dude. I'll give them a.
Oh, Akinaro is saying bail is not only in the U.S. Do they do bail in Spain? I'm sure it's an old concept.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to tell you halfway through the thing. I'm like, hey, I think he's familiar with what you're talking about.
Oh, I figure, like sometimes it might be people that watch us that are. Those are the two channel names in the chat. I didn't think about the fact that I could just fucking type them because I'm a dummy.
Yeah, no worries, dude.
But those guys are awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna check them. I'm gonna sub and just see what happens.
Akinara, it's not in the same form, but it's here. Yeah, Patty Mayo, you have to watch his old videos. He has a old brain injury that he has to take a couple months off, so he's not going to have any new bounty hunting videos. But he drives around just trying to find stuff that's happening and video that like a sort of on-the-spot news guy, and those aren't that great. But he's got probably like 100 old videos that are worth watching. Bounty Hunter D is still going strong, though. And Patty Mayo will eventually go back out and be a bounty hunter again. He just has to wait to get medically cleared, because I guess he has to get a CAT scan at least once a year, and then either they clear him or they make him take a couple weeks off and then or a couple months off and then check him again. So I'm not sure. It's definitely entertaining. But watching two grown men like try to fucking tase each other and shit is fairly amusing.
Yeah, that is pretty crazy, dude.
And you would think they'd get mad, but they really don't. They're just like, nah, it's all right, because you're my brother. Like, what the fuck?
Like, no matter what they do, like, there's no line, apparently. There's no line that you can cross, other than maybe slumping off my junk.
This is in Southern California, and one dude is like a little white guy, and the other guy is a big black guy, and they regularly call each other like my nigger.
Wow.
Both of them, and they don't. There's no. It's just they're totally. They're just friends. No big deal.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
So if you want to know how far they'll go, like, like in Southern California, saying that kind of shit, if you're a white dude, is not the best plan.
Yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't have the balls to do it.
I mean, you might be in Virginia and be like, look at that nigger over there. That might be okay, or like Mississippi or Alabama and get away with it. But California, you might get shot.
Right. Yeah, a lot. Like shot like a bunch.
Exactly.
Not just like a warning shot or a grazing shot. You might not live through that.
Oh, it was really funny. He called Bounty Hunter D my nigger in front of like some other black dude that they arrested, and the black dude just had this look on his face like, motherfucker, you cannot just say that. And then he just started cracking up because it was all part of the joke.
Yeah.
He just started cracking up and he's like, oh, okay, they're just joking.
You guys are so fucking ridiculous. That's funny.
It just makes you think, like, how crazy the social justice warriors get. Versus like real life. In real life, people are just having a good time. They're not, it's not going to get crazy over shit.
Yeah. Dude, I was looking up this thing. I don't know why, but I just kind of searched like unexplained mysteries or whatever. Apparently in the 1930s, there was a cat called Firecat that was able to fucking slide down the fucking fire pole, dude.
Oh, that's a riot, man.
Insane, dude. That's fucking awesome, dude.
I would watch that shit.
Yeah, so would I. I'm gonna see if I can find it on. I'm gonna search YouTube. It's got to be on YouTube somewhere.
Well, if it was in the 30s, they might not have filmed it.
Yeah, no, it was like for commercials, dude.
Oh, it's for commercials. Okay, then you might bet.
Yeah.
Although I debate the what do you call that? I debate whether it's a good idea to look up Firecat
All right.
on YouTube. Although, you know, as long as you stay away from anything from like 4chan.
I'm trying to find it somewhere here. God damn it.
Oh no, Tammy Reed's the Firecat.
Tammy Reed? Let's see.
I typed in Firecat.
Mickey the Minneapolis Firecat. Let me try that.
There you go. And this is the Google part of the thing. Oh yeah, there's little videos of that. Fuck yeah, baby.
Yeah, right on. I'm gonna have to check that out. The fucking cat sliding down the poles. Cool.
It's a brilliant idea if you want to like make people want to be firemen and shit. Like, look, the cat can do it.
Right. That's adorable. What else?
Well, I mean, I wonder were fire trucks and stuff relatively new, like a new thing back then? And did people like not want to pay for them maybe? And they were like, well, we got to build some public goodwill. We got a cat.
Yeah, I was wondering why the fire department in Minneapolis would have to advertise for something. That was a little weird.
Well, I don't know. I mean, that could be wrong too.
Right. Yeah, I'm not exactly sure what it was about.
Oh,
It
yeah.
just said, what did it say? Said Mickey the Minneapolis Firecat. It's weird.
So tomorrow on Reading Ren, the YouTube channel, Igor, Ren's husband, will be dressed up as Elsa from Frozen.
Yeah.
And they're going to show like an old movie and watch that just for our viewers. You know, if you're interested, feel it nice to pimp something like that out. And he's going to sing songs from whatever for tips.
Oh wow!
You throw a couple bucks their way, he'll sing like a song. So
Interesting.
it'll be fairly entertaining. And Ren will be in her usually, I'm sure, some sort of revealing outfit. I think there's a bunch of costumes that people actually bought for her to wear.
Interesting. Yeah, check it out, people.
There's one of those
Anybody
things
that got
I highly approve of. If you're gonna make money on YouTube, you're gonna be like straight up honest. Like, I'm gonna wear this thing and show off some cleavage. You guys, but if you guys gotta buy the costume. Like, I absolutely 100% am down with that. Nobody's lying. Nobody's getting hurt. Everybody's straightforward. You're getting value for your buck. Yeah.
Yeah. They don't make any fucking. Yeah, I understand what you're saying, dude.
You're not pretending that.
No weekly emergencies that somehow every single week you have a new emergency that needs to be taken care of. They're just like, hey, we're doing this. Yeah.
Hey, we do this. We'd love to make a little money off of it, and it can help us improve the show. And hey, you get something for it.
Yeah, entertainment.
Well, Ren, I think you could actually get Ren to send you some highly risque gifts and pictures and stuff too for cash. So you can get some.
I think I've heard that from her. That's weird though. I mean, like, considering how much porn and shit's out there, why would you spend extra money just for this specific person's?
Some people like to get like the actual connection. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
I think it's similar to cam girls. Like, they like to have that, like, we know each other kind of thing.
Oh, I guess. Yeah. It doesn't really resonate with me, but yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
People,
not my thing, but I can understand it.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
There's a little bit of emotional connection. It's not like a real legit, like, we're boyfriend-girlfriend connection.
Right.
A little bit like, this person doesn't hate that I want to see them naked. A little bit of
weird dynamic, but yeah, I get it.
And I think it kind of gives some of the girls who do that stuff kind of get a charge out of it. Kind of gets them off a little.
Yeah. Yep.
And there's a surprising amount of girls that do YouTube. And Ren is not a cam girl, by the way. I just want to clarify that. I don't want anybody to think I was saying that.
Right.
But there are a surprising amount of cam girls who do YouTube, or who started in YouTube and do cam girls.
Mm.
It's actually not that uncommon.
Mm. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know there was a weed tuber I watch who was a cam girl and started doing YouTube and exploded on YouTube. And then her cam girl business got really good, so she just made like a fuck ton of money all hella quick.
Mm. Must be nice to be a chick, man.
Yeah, and there's this chick who had like a real tiny YouTube channel but makes a good living off of cam girl stuff. Mm-hmm. I've seen a couple of ex-porn stars do YouTube channels, and they're like really small and nobody wants to watch them because they're just not entertaining outside of porn.
Yeah, they're generally not.
The ones I saw were twins, and they did like channels where they just sing.
Yeah.
So, like, they just do, and there's no backup music, there's no production value. It's just like a camera of them singing a song that's popular.
Wow.
And not well.
Right. Yeah. Like, but everyone tells us we sound terrific. Like, yeah, because they think they might get the chance to fuck you. Like, of course they're going to fucking say that.
Yeah, well, they don't need the money. Like, as far as I know, they don't need the money. I don't really fucking pay that much attention, but I think they're both they're in really nice houses, so I assume either they saved enough of their porn money to live in a really nice house, or they married some dude who's got a really nice house.
Right.
Because they're both, like, retired, they have kids. They're like soccer moms now, essentially.
Yeah, that's so crazy, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it just, reinforces people that do porn are just people.
Yeah. No, I get that. I just think it would be so weird, like, to go from that to just being like somebody's like a housewife, dude. It's got to be an interesting adjustment, man.
Well, especially if you were like one of those people who did porn because you really want to have sex like all the time.
Yeah.
That's got to be
like a Jenna Jameson type, that seemed to like just really enjoy fucking and decided to do it for a living.
Because, hell, if you really enjoy it and you can get paid for it, fuck, why not?
Fuck yeah, dude.
I know there's a lot of dudes that are thinking, I wish I could make that a career. And unfortunately, there's just not a lot of market for you unless you want to take it.
Yeah.
Let's give it.
Right. Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah. Yeah, because one of the guys who do the straight porn, like the women make way more money than the dudes.
Yeah, it's something like 10 times as much. Like a woman can earn up to like a couple of grand to shoot, and a guy might get like $150-$200.
Yeah, exactly.
But I think the pool of men is much smaller, and they can work for much longer.
Yeah, I think that's what I've heard. Like the women make more, but the men work more.
Well, like, but the men can work for a longer period of time. So in general, like in your 20s, you can do regular porn, and then like 27, 28, you start doing MILF porn, and then you're out by like 30-something.
Right, like mid-30s, you're fucking washed up, basically. Yeah.
Well, unless you're somebody like what's her name, Mercedes Carrera.
Mm.
I
think that's right.
I think that's right. Or like a Jenna Jameson, or somebody who either forms your own porn company or makes enough of a name for yourself that people want to just see you.
Mm. Yeah, I think Mercedes, she's actually a fucking highly intelligent chick, dude.
Yeah, she has a degree in like engineering and like physics and shit. Like she's way smarter than I am. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, and there's a few chicks like that where they're fucking highly intelligent that actually made pretty decent money, but like kind of stressful jobs that were just like, fuck this, I can make as much or more doing porn, man. Why the fuck not?
Yeah, those are the ones that tend to do really well. Unfortunately, there's a lot of girls who just get used up by the industry.
Yeah, or fucking, drug addicts that are just doing it to fucking support their habit, that kind of shit.
Yeah, if you're watching horse porn, that's probably who you're watching is the drug addicts.
Yeah, any hardcore fucking really degrading shit is almost certainly going to be, drug addicts just doing it for the fucking paycheck.
There's a few of the girls who are just into that and will do it, who are like just regular porn stars. But yeah, the majority of them are probably doing it because they want that cocaine or that heroin or whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
But, you know, it's weird. It's like people like to pretend that there isn't any sort of dirty side to it.
Yeah.
Oh, everybody's making their own choice. Everybody gets like, yeah, well, of course everybody's making their own choice. But some people make shitty choices, and you can't pretend they don't exist.
Right. Yeah, some of it's really bizarre, dude.
Well, and some of those studios are borderline raping. Like, they're pretty fucking borderline. Like, it's real fucking... You find out on the day. You know, essentially.
Wow.
Some of those people, that's the really hardcore stuff. Some of those people are really borderline on, like, did that girl really just want to leave halfway through and they wouldn't let her? You don't know.
Right. Yeesh. Yeah, that's a tough one because, yeah, they could take advantage of that fact and claim, like, dude, we were shooting fucking porn and now she's claiming she got raped. Like, I can see that being hard and almost impossible to prosecute.
Yeah. And there are a few people who've made that claim. And, you know, at that point, I don't know, because once you've agreed to the penetration, like, I mean, it's really tough to do legally. Like, obviously, there's no moral quandary, but it's a legal quandary.
Right.
Because where do you want to set that precedent? Where somebody could be like, well, we started having sex, and then halfway through having sex, I decided we didn't want to, but I didn't say anything.
Yeah, or just the fact, like, if they could have tricked you into being like, oh, I did not realize this was going to be this hardcore and you're going to be DPing my fucking asshole. You know,
exactly.
Yeah.
I didn't know this was an airtight scene and I didn't get paid for it kind of thing.
Yeah. Crazy shit, dude.
Who knows? I don't really know that much about porn. I should probably shut my fucking mouth.
Yeah, this is, the disclaimer for everyone out there. Total speculation on both of our parts, dude.
Yeah, it's not like I've ever worked in porn. Nobody's paying me to fuck anybody.
Yeah,
they might pay me to leave. You know,
I've had requests to make videos, like, but not actual porn. Just girls that like to make videos when they fuck, and I turned all of those down.
I had a buddy of mine who was some chick where he used to work before I met him. Was apparently trying to kind of like pick him up, and she's like, "Hey, you want to see this porn my boyfriend and I made?" And he's like, "Sure." And so she shows him, and the dude nutted so hard while she was giving him like a little bit of hand job after all the other stuff, and just kind of, you know, give him a little rub. He nutted so hard it went right into his own fucking mouth.
Yeah.
It was just a total fucking like random circumstance. He said it was one of the funniest, most fucked up things he's ever seen. Like,
I would be so pissed, dude. I mean, I would probably laugh later, but initially, goddamn, I would have been fucking furious if I nutted my own mouth. Yeah. I'd be like, bitch, why are you fucking laughing? Like, I'd be ready to punch some bitch, dude, if you laugh. Even though I would understand later that it was hilarious. Initially, I'd be fucking furious, dude.
Oh, yeah. No, it would definitely not be. It's funny, though, because you want a nut in the girl's mouth, but in your own mouth, you'd be like, oh, no.
Yeah. How was it pointing at his own fucking mouth, though? That's a little weird.
She had been blowing him, and she took her mouth off and was
okay. All right, gotcha.
Like, she was taking a little break from the blowjob and just, you know, keeping him going with the hand job, and he just popped.
He ended up fucking nutting right then when it happened to be.
And he just happened to be at just the right angle, like a stroke or something, and fucking ended up in his own fucking mouth.
I was just cleaning it and it went off in my hand.
Essentially, yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking man.
But yeah, that's, you know, the chick's got to breathe. She's got, you know, she can't blow you for fucking an hour, you know.
Yeah. I can breathe through the nose, dude. That's bullshit. Who cares if it's all the way down her throat and that doesn't really work?
Did you ever try that? You ever try that line? Did it work for you?
No, dude.
I'm not trying that line.
Yeah, I don't have the balls to fucking try that line. Right.
There are teeth around my Johnson. I'm not going to be trying to piss that person off.
Yeah, that is a position where you do. You're going to go out of your way to not piss somebody off. They can just bite your cock off, dude.
Yeah, it's like those people who fart. You know, I'm not thinking it's funny. I'm not ripping one. I don't want to make her angry.
Right. Yeah. Why would you fart? Yeah. Oh, you mean if the girl's going down on you?
Yeah.
That is horrible, dude. That's just
There's
rude.
people that have done it on accident that I've heard stories, and then I'm sure there's got to be somebody. I'm assuming there's somebody out there who's done it on purpose, thinking it's funny.
Right. Yeah, that's awful, man. I'm
Which
thinking if
should've
I
been-
was going down, dude, I'd be furious, dude. If I'm going down on a chick and she deliberately farts, dude. I'm like, bitch.
Yeah, well,
I'm
if
nice
it's an
enough to
accident, you laugh
fucking-
it off. Yeah, but if it's
Yeah.
on purpose, it's like really that's not cool.
Yeah.
But
Because
I'm
you
just
think that
thinking,
you give a
like-
little warning, like, oh shit, I'm going to fart, you know, and then fucking do it.
yeah,
You know,
exactly.
Get some time to escape.
But I'm just thinking, like with the intentional fart, you kind of got to push that out on purpose.
Yeah.
Like-
Yeah.
Would you really want to risk in that kind of situation that you might? I mean, even though 90% of the time you're sure.
Right.
What if it's not just a fart that one time?
Yeah, that's the one
Do you
time
really
you're going
want-
to shart.
Do you really want a chick blowing you and you just fucking leak a little ass juice?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fucking
That ain't
awful.
gonna go well. That is gonna be the end of that night.
No, I'd be clenching my fucking sphincter tight, dude. There's no way. I'm risking even the fart coming out, really, obviously, but yeah,
I mean, I don't understand why you wouldn't say something.
yeah. No, I would be like, hey, I got a fart. Get out of there. Get out of the fucking, get away from ground zero. I really appreciate what you're doing, but I just can't. I can't do that to you.
Now I wonder, are there like gag reels for pornos?
Although I do remember seeing one where a fucking chick was, they were doing the money shot, and the fucking guy, like, it takes a few seconds, and then it finally squirts out, and it fucking shoots right into her throat, and she ends up fucking choking, dude. Yeah, and then they're fucking just kind of laughing. Like, she starts trying to do it, like, finish the scene, and then they're all just fucking kind of cracking up.
I mean,
Like,
at that
goddamn.
point, like, what are you gonna do? Just refilm it with a stunt dick, Like
Yeah.
there's not much else to do.
Yeah, but she literally was like, like caught a fucking good chunk of jizz in the back of her throat. Which has got to suck, because then you have to do a retake, dude. And that's fucking
Oh yeah. Well, and that's like the next day.
Yeah. Yeah.
And everybody's out, like in those things, I would almost guarantee you, they cut from right before the dude nutted and before it hit her, and they just have somebody else either nut on her, or they use like there's a hand lotion that they'll use to simulate.
Right.
And I guarantee you, they probably film it with the simulated hand lotion, and she just pretends like it, that. Or
Yeah.
some other
Like
guy
it was the same.
just
Yeah.
jerk one off like real quick, like just rub one out for like 10-15 minutes and fucking nut on her. And they just show like barely the tip of his dick, so you can't tell it's not the original dick. Because really, you're not paying that much attention to the dick anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, let's be honest, they could be like a white dick to start and a black dick to finish, and you probably wouldn't notice.
Right. Yeah, it's just crazy.
But
I think that's a good spot to end the stream, dude. I think that's perfect.
we should definitely be done right there.
It is actually getting late. Holy shit! It's almost 2 a.m.
Yeah, I was thinking about we need to shut down too.
Right.
All right, so Dave Twaqua, McStabby Pants, and earlier on we had Mr. Engelhardt. This is Untitled Studios signing off.
Bye bye.